And we're live.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
There might be a connection.
Do you want to make a connection?
You can never assume. Connect us all over your face, chest, and neck because it's Saturday night, so it is time for another Linux Gamecast Weekly. And yes, Elden Ring DLC is on the deck. We're going to tell you everything we know about it and why it's so awesome, even though I don't really care about it. But Pedro does, so I thought it'd be fun. Mac is going to be dropping support for Steam games. Well, hang on, the other way around. Stay tuned. I'll tell you about that too. Mega Jacks, spoilers, Snapdragon X Elite reviews are starting to leak. Nice. And we're going to wrap things up with trying to solve the world's problem of what is development hell. Yeah. Then we got some AVL. All that and some coming up tonight.
Overture, turn the lights. This is it, the night of nights.
I was doing a little bit of testing earlier this week, and I have a theory. What boils quicker? A perforated potato? Or one without the holes in it?
I think the perforated one, no?
Yeah. Because there's more surface area for the hot water to contact. There's less potato, so less mass, therefore boils quicker.
That was my working theory. Until I accidentally put it to the test. I had two potatoes, and I was putting them in the thing, and I stabbed one like you normally do, and whatever squirreled forgot to do the other one. One was significant. The one I didn't, I guess, because it holds in all the juices, and it creates a pressured environment. It was significantly squishier.
Now, it could also just be natural potato variant. It could have just variants.
I scienced this, so the next day.
all right. Reproduce.
Right. I tried to science it out, and it was the same. Both of them were cooked now. It's not like one was a brick, but like the one, but here's the downside. They split uncontrollably while cooking. Oh, there we go. That's our science. Boop. Just wrapping up the pre super shows and talking about super important things like what is the Gulf of Mexico?
What is the Gulf of Potatoes?
The Gulf of Potatoes? There's got to be a Gulf of Potatoes. I demand it. It needs to exist. One of these says that. Oh, right. There we go. And oh, did that do? Yeah, it's a Gulf of Potatoes. This is a safe bet. Either of you ever played golf?
Yeah.
Oh shit! No. Lost bet, but all right.
Why? Like I don't hate it for completely random reasons. I just don't like golf. I've gone driving. I've gone putting. I did 9 holes. Yeah.
All right. Just didn't like
bored.
It.
Don't like it. Not me and golf do not mix. It's the same thing with me and tea. It's not like I haven't tried any teas. I've tried a bunch of teas and I just haven't found any I like.
I mean, iced tea's all right. Second album.
Yeah, I like me some Body Count. I think they do have a new song out that's not bad.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's very like Slayer if done by Ice Cube.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely listened to.
Or sorry, Ice-T, not Ice Cube.
Yeah, sure. Water tea.
Water tea.
One of the ices.
Yeah, ice adjacent.
Yes.
Yeah, water's a mystery. We still don't know why.
Do you have Ice-T and Ice Cube like done a song together?
Oh, they need to do a residency in Vegas and like duets.
they just need to do a song called Cold Drinks.
Cold drinks.
Cold drinks, yeah. Ice-T and Ice Cube.
Cold drink. What about Vanilla Ice? Though? Okay, we can't just leave him out.
I mean, he's busy flipping houses and fronting a new metal band. I think
he did try that, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Yeah, he had a show for a while where he was like doing renos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was on like HGTV.
I knew he bought like a lot of real estate and stuff like that. Turns out, pretty smart guy.
I mean, it's a good way to invest your money when you make it big in the 90s. It's like, I got all this cash. I'm going to spend it on cocaine or property.
Yeah. I forget what it was interviewing Macaulay Culkin, and they were talking to him like, so like, how are you with the money and stuff? And he's like, well, when I was like in my 20s, like I bought a bunch of real estate in New York.
Okay, so he's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He sits there and collects a paycheck. All right.
Yeah. He's doing all right.
Fucking Malcolm in the Middle is like a NASCAR driver now.
What?
Yeah, straight up.
Huh. Odd.
That's what he got into after he quit acting. He's just like, he's into racing cars. So.
I didn't know he quit acting. I've for some reason, like, I never thought about those guys. I mean, the only thing I remember from that is Breaking Bad.
Yes, Walter White's the dad.
Yeah, the dad from that.
Malcolm in the Middle was a solid fucking show. I will say. That's one I gotta go back and do a rewatch of.
I remember watching it because it came on. That was the lead into The Simpsons.
Yes,
Life is unfair.
Right. So I never like
From
really
the
caught it from front to back, but I
that's what
definitely
I
caught
could
like the last
think of.
half of it multiple times.
Yeah, I remember watching it just because it was like King of the Hill, Malcolm in the Middle, Simpsons, and then Arrested Development. And
So is the Steam Deck still worth $349?
like
That's the refurb one.
From like a value perspective, or just like is that are you asking how much it costs?
I'm just looking at the damn thing here. It says
Yeah.
buy one. Doesn't say anything about a refurb.
Okay, that's just. Oh yeah, no, they should when they released the OLEDs, the cheaper. I think it's the 256 gig version is $350 now.
The peasant version.
I thought it was the 64 gig was the
That doesn't exist anymore.
no it's just the OG Steam Deck
Yeah.
and then the OLED.
They've rewritten history. They should make them color code them so they're easier to spot.
They color coded the case that's over there. I can't get it. But yeah, no, the bitchy 64 gig version like mine, this the logo on the case was all white. And the 256 version had like the little blue ball in the middle. And the 512 had it was like embossed instead of being just a sticker on the case. It was like embossed in it.
Yeah, there's probably been like a billion revisions of it, like little ones, right?
Well, I mean, like even the SSDs, right? They started swapping those out like midway through the production of the OG. So
Right.
And the fans.
yeah.
Yeah, the fan. I mean, things you learn, man. Like when you're making hardware. Unless you make the Steam controller. One and done, or out. But I mean,
One and done. Oh wait, we're already done with them, and someone's now suing us for it.
just didn't make the money. Because you imagine, like, if they sold well enough, they would have, like, bought that company. Or whatever holding firm is. Like,
Corsair owns the patent holders. So yeah, they probably would have had to negotiate it with Corsair, which is pretty big.
Yeah, Steam could buy Corsair.
They're a bunch of fucking pirates.
Probably.
You know? Because it's Corsair.
That's like one of the things I haven't seen very interesting, man. I've been like looking around for like big full tower cases, and like they're all designed so you can sit and look at them on your damn desktop.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's not a feature I'm interested in.
You don't get the IKEA syndrome. It's like I put that together, so you get more invested in it.
No.
I mean, I get more invested in my PC when I build it, certainly, but like also the only time I really use the window is like when I'm doing a last minute sanity check before putting it on. It's like, is there any shit dangling? Did I forget to? Did I forget anything?
I just want something with like really good. Like I'm always concerned with all the PCs in here is just cooling. Like I want the ones with the best airflow, because like the Threadripper is no joke with being that first gen Threadripper, not having one but two professional video cards that get hot enough to where they require active cooling, each of them. And just to mix things up to make it nice and fun, we got a fiber card in there with a heatsink on it that will burn you. So yeah, I to move as much air quietly as I possibly can. But I was thinking about that because I put like I found an 80 millimeter fan. Remember those? When was the last time you put an 80 millimeter fan on a case? Actually, it might be
the Steam box count? Because that has two of the thin 80 mil ones.
Oh, okay. And then you got to play the balance of, because you got the dust filter on front of it, so you got to get it up to the speed of where it can overcome that without being too loud. You know, one good thing about Corsair, dude, they give you just a fistful of fans with every case you buy.
NZXT do as well with some cases. They did with this one. It came with 3 fans, 2 in the front, 2 140 mil in the front, and 120 in the back.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
Yeah.
Which I then replaced with Noctua fans.
Oh, man. All right, 46, and... Let's see if we can get in and get out tonight. Right, left faint. Hopefully the camera doesn't die.
Hopefully. I'm gonna do a tinkle then. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I found out one of my new coworkers used to play in several different bands and also does music by himself.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if I can find it. I bought all of his stuff because he said, "Oh yeah, no, I have a band and I release my stuff." Ooh, are you on Bandcamp or someplace like that? Yeah, I'm on Bandcamp. Cool, send me links. Then I bought all of his stuff.
I got a nice little message from Band this week. Some dude released actually released it a long time ago, but I leave myself notes that I don't really care about, but I need to get back to him between a Google chat conversation that I've had with one of my alt Google accounts. And like, I was like, oh, right, I meant to go take a look at that. And he was giving away for free. I gave him like £5 for it. And he sent me a message like, hey, thank you so much for buying that. You didn't have to do that. I'm giving it away for free. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Have the money. I like your tracks, man. Because you know everybody just sets it to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, if the option is there to shut up and just let me download, that's what people are going to click.
Oh, itch.io.
Path of least resistance, man. Like, if it's something I like, see,
sometimes you do go, like, I'll go back and be like, no, I actually got some value out of this. I'm going to buy it. Yeah.
And on Bandcamp, it works because you can listen to it and you're like, oh shit, I want this track. I want this track. It gets a little more sticky because I was thinking about I was looking at a Reaper theme and the guy didn't have, like, you can't really do a demo of a Reaper theme. And I'm like, if it was like super cheap, if it was like $5 or something like that, I would just, but I was like, there's no way for me to try this. It could be crap. So I opted not to mess around with it. That's how I roll.
This is some Meat Boy ass music.
I just think it's more like Castlevania.
Yeah, it's like the Haunted Mansion level in Pick a Platformer.
I feel it's kind of getting there, but it's in my brain it's a little too generic for that. But yeah, I can see that. I just envision someone sticking to walls to this music. It's very sticky music.
Well, okay, it could be a Super Meat Boy in a castle.
Right,
on the castle level.
Yeah. So some or like a Celestile game where you're like hanging on walls and like
Like you could throw this, but we definitely got to throw a little bit of the spooky in there before.
Yeah. No, no. That's it's definitely like the underground level or like the haunted woods or whatever or something. Yeah.
Shovel Knight's one of those weird ones, man. Like that first Shovel Knight, I should like. I don't dislike it, but every time I go to play it, I'll play like the first 2 levels, and I'm like, I'm bored. It never grabbed me.
It was like peak. This is a 2D action platformer. Neat. I'm sure someone's loving it. I'm not.
What was the last 2D action platformer you enjoyed?
Owlboy.
Blasphemous.
Wait, did I play Owlboy before or after Hollow Knight? I don't remember.
No. The re-release of Risk of Rain. What's it called? Risk of Rain Returns. Yes.
Risk of Rain?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that little tiny...
Yes.
Yeah.
The tiny roguelike 2D platformer. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you get to the end and you're basically massively overpowered and destroying everything that shows up on screen. Love it.
I really wanted to like Dex because it was like that, but it had like some RPG stuff and like you could talk to. It was very Simon's Questy in like how it did the side scroller.
Which one was next?
It was like the cyberpunk one.
Oh yeah,
blue haired main character. Yeah. But like again, like conceptually, really a fan of it. I like the art style. Gameplay wise, didn't grab me. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't do that.
Well, I think I definitely have a list of like visually pleasing, like pixel art games and 2D games. But yeah, the gameplay is just dirt. They didn't land it.
Or not even just dirt. It's just like so I don't know. When I really mesh with a game, there's like there's like a very distinct feeling to this. This like very particular itch that gets scratched, and like it's either there or it isn't. And it's one of those like intangible things I can't really like describe what it is.
Like, I can usually suss out like whether or not when it comes to like a platformer, like in first 5 minutes, I can tell you whether or not I'm going to keep playing it. And a lot of it's got to do with the movements. All right, let me get something to drink, lads, and we will get underway.
I think the rule of give it an hour. If you don't gel at all with a game in an hour, just no.
That's fair, right? Like, yeah, because like at a certain point, if you don't like a thing, generally no more amount of exposure is going to make you like it.
There are some games that have like a hump that you need to clear. Absolutely. Dark Souls, the Elden Ring, that genre especially. There's a hump where you don't get it, and then you get it, and it goes, okay, so much easier now. But yeah, it's if you're not over the hump after an hour, just make use of the refunds.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, you don't have to play a video game, right? Like it's recreation. You should spend your time doing things that you find enjoyable. And if it ceases to be enjoyable, then don't do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get consensually tortured, there are people you can pay to do that, and you'll have a much better time, I guarantee you.
They may be naked too.
They don't even gotta be naked. Sometimes you're the naked. Sometimes only you are the naked one. It's just like the boys. Who wants to have their balls crushed? I do. I love that guy. He's like, I do. Have you tried leaving it up for decor in a toilet?
Souls is not torture. Dark Souls is it gives you exactly back as much as you're willing to put in. It's that kind of game that it's hard, but once you get why it's hard, it becomes rewardingly hard. And the story doesn't give you all that much story. You get the occasional NPC telling you a thing here, narration telling you a thing there. But if you want the story, you can start by reading everything, every item description, and it fucking... Oh, that's what all those characters did. Oh, that's what happened, right? It's very much the kind of game that it doesn't go out of your way for you. You have to engage with it.
Oh, dude, we're talking about Kirby, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, dude, the Kirby lore. The Kirby lore. You don't even want to get started on that shit. It goes deep. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to like difficult shit like that, I'm a fan of like stuff that will create productive skills. So like I don't know how productive I can get at like I see a bunch of sword fighting in Dark Souls, and that makes me want to go out and learn how to like actually sword fight. I want to like learn how to actually murder someone with a sword.
Well, I like games like that. I mean, I like platforming to the extent of I know I need to actively keep my reflexes worked on throughout your life. That's just like one of the things, like if you're not doing it with games, do it and go catch balls or some shit. Because that stuff degrades without use, like everything else. So that's one of the reasons I like...
The brain is a muscle.
Reaction times, man. One of the reasons I started doing the Trackmania and setting all that up. Because, like, I mean, it makes you think. You got to work out the puzzles. And plus, I mean, on top of it, if you choose to, you can have races in Trackmania.
if you can figure out where the fuck you actually need to go, you can have a race.
Step one is, going around the map. Yeah, Synthel, it just depends, man. Like, Hollow Knight, I didn't know whether or not I was going to like it, but I could just tell, like, the first time I changed the menu, that sound, I'm like, that's quality. Like, ooh, they did something. And I was pleasantly surprised. Now, that could have easily just been like, and the rest of the game's horrible, but dope-ass sound effect on your menu option screen. All right, here we go. We're locked and loaded. Everybody's video, everything working all right?
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'll take that as a yes.
Seems in sync? I don't know.
I was asking you, like, is everything coming back?
Yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was generating some sound and motion to confirm that everything was okay.
Body in motion, body in motion, body in motion.
That'll be fun. Yeah, I think I got everything worked out on the Jitsi server. It's doing AV1, so. Let's hit the big red button. Wait. Come on, Drip. There it goes. I have to wait for my longest RT block before I'm like comfortable. Reaper's like, okay, you got what is it? Oh God. What is it? Like 2.66 milliseconds to get everything done in, to get through the DAW. And like when you start, it takes a minute for all the plugins to like settle down.
Once it gets everything loaded in memory and cached and whatever.
It's like loaded out and like, okay, don't everybody chill. That's like once it gets there, which it takes like 1.69 milliseconds, and so we get some room at a 2.67. Craziness. Let's do it. And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Ben Stone. Here I'm piloting this little nightmare train each and every week, joined by the man to my left, one Jordan Sawang. I'm running out of ways to mispronounce it. You can't really go a whole lot of places with Quang, can you?
Quang, Quang, Schlong.
Schlong.
Oh, we can just start adding letters. Okay.
They used to call me like Jordan or
just Jordan. It's like I hated it, man.
No, it was some permutation of like Shania Twain or something like that.
All right.
I don't remember specifically what it was, only that it was like a pun regarding that. But like it's great because like people call me on the phone and like I know immediately whether or not there's someone I want to talk to or if they call me Mr. Quang.
And the man with the red buttons joining us from the Isles of Britannia, thinking he could be playing Elden Ring DLC right now, but stick around. We'll get to that. Is one Pedro Mateus, and together with you, Sean Realm Dynamic, helping us form Cocaine Voltron.
He could be playing Elden Quang.
Elden Quang?
Elden Quang.
Is that
I don't want to play with your elders.
No, that's the prequel to Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Restaurant Simulator.
Absolutely.
That's how that works.
Supermarket Simulator.
Gentlemen, I touched on this in the pre-super shows, and go back and listen to that if you're a patron. I've been on a Darksiders adventure, because I'm not cool enough for Dark Souls. And I've had these games forever. They must have been in a bundle. 1, 2, and 3. I'm like, let me try this first one out. Let me try that. And it's the War Mastered Edition. And I'm playing it for a little bit. About an hour in, I'm confused as hell with this game. I'm like, it is so disconnected. I'm like, why is this person angry at me now all of a sudden? What's going on? And I hit the pause button. I go to YouTube, and Darksiders, what do you type in after that when you're looking for movie? Because you want to see. I'm missing like 60% of the cutscenes. Proton's not rendering it out. It's like doing
transitions from like one area to the next. There would be a cinematic here or something, but you just
some
never see it.
engine stuff too. Like, and I'm like, so these lore dumps, and I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. And I continued on that after in like this weird situation where I would play a little bit, then I'd pause it and alt tab and go back to the movie and try to like watch what I eventually did. It was just too distracting to play that. But it's a fun game if you're looking for something that'll basically just run on anything, man. I suggest giving that a try. Then I ran Darksiders 3. This is what I want a little bit of feedback on. Do you think game sales hurt your enjoyment of a game? Hear me out. I hit a boss, and I hit one of those bosses where you just go, this is bullshit. We've all hit that boss. Don't pretend that you haven't. And you go and you look it up, and you find out that this boss is broken in some particular way or does something notably different from mechanic-wise from the rest of everything in the game. There's multiple threads with multiple people going, you got to get around this and do this. And unfortunately, there's no cheese way of doing it. You're good, right? The thing I ran into in this particular game in Darksiders 3 was like everything in Darksiders 3 has a bit of a like jinked wind up, like throw you off with a dodge mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
This boss doesn't.
He just attacks you. He's
got his own beat. And you've been like an hour into this, 2 hours into this, and I had to think to myself, I'm like, I think I paid like $5 for this game. I don't know if I care enough. Now, would that be different if I paid like $30 for it?
I think I would probably get angrier if I had paid the $30 because the opportunity cost is a lot higher. Like if I pay like $5 for something and I get to a boss and I'm like, I can't beat the skill wall's too high. The game, the mechanisms are busted or whatever. Oh well, I paid $5 for this. If I paid $60 for this, I spent a good chunk of change in this thing and it's broken. I'm mad.
Then the follow-up question: do you keep playing after you've defeated the broken mechanic, or have you just exhausted everything? You're just doing it like you're beat, uninstall, we're done.
I guess it depends. It really depends if the game has its hooks in me.
Everything leading up to that point is like, did I enjoy that? Yeah, okay, I'll probably keep playing. Maybe that was the one thing.
Right.
Like the bed of chaos in the first Dark Souls. Fuck that boss fight.
But then if the second instance of that happens, then I might just tap out. I'll be like, no, this is a quote unquote mechanism now that you want me to engage with? No, thank you, sir. I'm done.
It kind of hurt me, man. Like reading that is like, this is the only time you need to adjust how you dodge, and everything else is going to go back to that. You're going to have to immediately
immediately unlearn the shit that you've been doing.
But I felt like I was literally playing Dark Souls Tonka Edition because it took me like, I don't know, probably 20 times to get through this dude. And I finally got through it, and like I had to struggle I had to struggle because like, this is a $5 game. You know what? F this. But I was like, nope, you have nothing else left to play, dude.
When you finally did it, how much health did you have left?
Okay, this is the thing that happened too. I'm glad you brought that up. This is one of those bosses where you don't really rage quit the game, but you've definitely like had moments of like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm gonna close. Alt F4, not out of like rage, not throwing anything. You're like, oh, all right, fine, that was cheap, or that was bullshit. Had a couple of those moments.
Need to take a lap or whatever, yeah.
Right, you gotta get up, regroup. I'll come back to this. Or even like, you know what, I think I'm done. That was so cheap that it got me there. But you came back to it. What was the initial question?
How much health did you end the fight
right.
with?
Thank you. I'm sorry about the sidetrack. This is one of those situations where I was like, okay, let me take another crack at it. I think it was a Friday last night because I was in here at everything. Let me just take I was able to put it down. And it's that thing where I was able to just walk in, and then I realized that I still had money to like buy a bunch of health. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can cheese this. Walked in, ran his ass down. Flawless. Didn't get touched. Didn't have to use any of my consumables. I walked in like I was doing a speed run, man. It was, you ever have that up and like you just pull it up in your head and somewhere in your subconscious is like, you know what? Here's a little gift. I'm just going to let you dominate this boss fight. There was no ceremony or anything. I was like, that was boring.
I had that brief experience with the Outer Worlds, and I think what it really was I had not eaten anything in like 8 hours when I got stuck on this one little fight, and my brain was just not doing it. So like I came back the next day, I'm like, I'm just gonna like get through this one segment, and I did it in like 5 seconds, and that was like immediately after I ate dinner. I'm like, oh, I was just hungry stupid the entire goddamn time. This was actually easy. I just got in my own way.
Hunger, not sleeping properly, sleep deprivation's a big killer, especially for games that require reflexes. Yeah, usually if you have a nice sleep, then pick the game back up, it's like, oh, that was easy. Huh.
Mm. Yeah, I guess like all of the oopsies that you had to like process through and you just came back. But like I didn't get the serotonin though, right?
Right.
I beat it. I'm like,
you just feel numb at the end. You're just like, what am I doing here?
He's dead. Okay. Fine. Anyway, do you guys get anything good on this week?
I've made it through. I got to make it till Tuesday, and then I can end this stupid fucking diet, and I can shove a pizza in my face. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I got caught up on a bunch of the of like media. I didn't watch anything last week. We talked about that in the pre super shows, and the boys is really scratching an itch, I might say. You know, in my noggin. I'm really enjoying that.
Definitely want to keep an eye on it.
Oh yes, for sure. You want some Funyuns? You want a bloomin' onion?
Yeah, is that a bloomin' onion?
You want some?
Hey, did you get anything?
No, we're gonna be talking about it. The DLC for Elden Ring came out.
Got a thing. He's just waiting for it to be summoned.
Right. So let's just get into it. It's the Steam And now for 35 minutes of Pedro not shutting the fuck up about Dark Souls.
How dare you? There's 2 paragraphs. We're at least in for a half hour.
No.
We got Potipidja instead of Vatividja here.
Yes, more swear words. But yeah, no, it's more Elden Ring from what I've played of it, which unfortunately today I didn't get to play much of it. But like the hour change that I got to play yesterday, yes, very much looking forward to actually getting going, because I knew that I didn't have a lot of time to play, so I was just like the area that you arrive at in the DLC. I was just going around and looking at the things. Ooh, there's a dungeon there. Ooh, there's the big guy over there. Ooh, there's the NPC there. Cool. So yeah, I know what I'm doing, I think. So we'll see. But as you may have noticed, there were a couple of, especially if you follow the From
Pierre
Software
Luc
Elden Ring account on Steam or on Twitter, X, whatever it's called now. They had a big tweet saying, hey, the Steam Deck has some issues. We know about them. We're actively looking to fix them. And as it turns out, Valve also released an update for the SteamOS 3.66 preview beta, where you can, they fixed something about Elden Ring. Fixed an issue with a rare session crash during the early startup of Elden Ring. That wasn't the issue they brought up. The issue they brought up was that if you leave the game idle on the Steam Deck for 5 minutes, it stops responding to inputs altogether. You have to force close the game and then go back in. The issue that I was running into, and a bunch of people were running into on the GitHub, the Proton GitHub issue tracker, was that someone did a fucky wucky with the easy anti-cheat, and they set the file checker to look for the DLC files specifically. So if you don't have the DLC, you don't pass the file verification and you get an inappropriate activity detected and you're stuck in offline mode. So yeah, no, everyone's got £35 or $40 to spend on a DLC, right? That seems unfair.
I mean, how else will I be able to play with Throbbing Uncle and have him come help me?
The dung eater.
I know what Throbbing Uncle is. That's it.
I have had like zero exposure to Elden Ring DLC, so I don't know what the fuck any of this shit is.
I just read a story on it because I know who is it? Who is it? Al Solar or the pothead guy? The naked
Solera?
dude with the big pot. Don't pretend you don't know.
Yes, the naked
Let me
player.
Solar. Yes, I think.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Let me Solar that dude. Yeah.
So there's like another guy now that's like helping you out.
Okay.
Who'll come help you if you're struggling with it. I don't know, man. Like, I did a bit of reading up on it, and it's DLC on the Steam Deck. It doesn't seem to be big issues at all. People are able to run it on like 30-ish, medium-ish, and I don't think anybody was expecting, a big change in Elden Ring itself. They weren't. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be more of the same, so we're going to be good to go. People, it's really hard to go through some of your self-reported performance stuff, dude, because like it's a Steam Deck, it's a static thing. They'll be like, nah, man, I'm running 120 8K on my Steam Deck. I got the secret. I'm like, no, you're not. Stop wasting people's time by reading that. I found a video of somebody actually running it, and it's about 30 on medium-ish with some stuff turned on to low. But the good news, ladies and gentlemen,
originally, right? Yeah,
720 or whatever it's running at, and it's still a stuttery mess according to some of the Windows reviews with the shader compilation.
That's been a thing on Windows for Elden Ring since release. Yes.
I mean, Linux is the superior platform for playing Japanese PC games. Apparently,
I thought, doesn't Windows have something like that now, though?
It doesn't do, because for Linux specifically, they do the pre-baked shaders, pre-compiled shaders that you just download.
Yeah.
On Windows, that's not a thing. You have to compile the shaders yourself because they're not using Proton. It's a lot easier to pre-compile the shaders if you know exactly what the software is that's going to be running. It's going to be that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that too in the Epic Games Store when I'm launching Outer Worlds or whatever, where it's like every time it's like compiling shaders. I'm always compiling shaders.
I mean, this is part of like Linux on the gaming with Steam, dude. Like that is like step. You start Steam, and you're like, I'm just going to minimize you while you're doing them.
Yeah, you go into the menu and you're like, compile shaders in the background, and then you just kind of let it sit. Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, there's your attack factor, because I just was like, all right, shader shit, go. Yeah.
GPU is already like a huge attack vector. I can't wait until we start getting some of those out in the wild.
We're getting trained, but hey, man, you don't have to worry about that with a couple of titles on your brand new shiny M series Mac, right?
That's right. You see, all of these TF2 servers and shit have a bunch of remote code execution that if you use the Mac, you're not vulnerable to, because those games just don't fucking work anymore. Yeah, so Valve dropped Mac support for TF2, Portal 2, and Half-Life. Half-Life 2, all of the Source 2 stuff, Day of Defeat, Lost Coast, Left 4 Dead 2, Portal.
Not Source 2.
Sorry, yes, source stuff. But yeah, those they have all gotten the axe, and it's unfortunate that Apple support on Steam is dying. We've talked about it on the survey that Linux usage is like grossly overtaking it, and Mac numbers are shrinking. And it's this thing where like when we say we want users to have a choice in like their computing platform, we actually do mean it. And people who are running Macs are losing their options. And there was that article saying like, oh, it's Valve's fault that Steam has poor Mac support, but bro, Apple doesn't make it easy. They don't support standard graphics frameworks. Their OpenGL support is shit. They do not offer Vulkan support. You got to use Molten VK, or you got to use Metal, which does not offer a comparable feature set to Vulkan or DirectX 12, and also is a lot more difficult to use because you need to get a Mac if you want to test stuff. You can't cross compile. You can't do any sort of testing without having like actual Mac hardware. So it just becomes this massively expensive and complicated issue to just support Macs at all. And Apple is not really caring, because most Apple gamers are buying their shit through the iOS store, through Apple Arcade, and they play games that have those microtransactions that Apple gets a tasty little cut of. So Apple is happy with this development. Absolutely.
I'm sure they are. By they're making. Listen, there's something to be said. I've never been a fan of like Apple, but like having that like perfectly walled garden of like no anything for you was always that person who would show up like, I broke my computer. Oh gee, why did you install here's a Mac. F off, go away. Especially on mobile. But I remember getting excited about Steam being released for the Mac. I did. Why? We got a free copy of Portal. Yay! But I was very excited though, because there was no hope. There were no rumors. There was nothing about Linux. You're like, well, they did it for Mac. Maybe they could do it for Linux. Little did we know at the time. And it's kind of weird how these times they be changing with, Team Fortress 2, Portal 2, Half-Life, Left 4 Dead 2, basically everything Steam makes as a game company, or had made, I guess I should say. How long, Pedro, do you think Steam's going to be around? Like before the number, because we talked about it week in and week out. Every time the Steam survey comes up, Mac's just going down, man.
I think the Steam client's probably going to be around for a while, because Apple already did the Apple thing of saying, no, you don't get to be a native application anymore. You need to go through the Apple Store, and you need to kowtow to the Apple way of doing things if you want to have the Steam client on Mac OS. So if that didn't stop Valve then, it probably isn't going to stop them now, because they already have everything in place to just keep doing it.
I think it might be a situation though where like once they're like Valve is one of those organizations where there is probably just one dude maintaining the Mac client of the Steam stuff, right? So once he fucks off, that's it. Game over.
Probably, yeah, that could happen. Yes, but yeah, no. Most like the Apple users that I know, most of them just hate the idea of getting something that isn't from the Apple Store. If you ask them, okay, just go to the website of the thing, download the DMG. It's like, oh, but then I have to go into the settings and disable the security thing, and I don't want to do it. If it's not on the App Store, I'm just not going to do it.
Good.
So yeah, they'd rather buy the stuff directly from Apple, and yeah, I can see how that alienates any and all third-party platforms, be it for Mac or iOS. If you're not working directly with Apple, you're not going to have a good time. It's shit and it sucks, but yeah, Windows becomes more dominant as a result. But Mac is shit software platform for anyone who isn't Apple.
I think it's a great software platform for their target customers.
And for Apple.
I mean, it works. I agree with nothing that they've done to make it as hostile as they have. But there's a part of me that is very glad that they did for that corner of the market who were like, you don't need to know anything about anything. Here, you just do that, and you want the thing, you hit the button. That's it. We're done.
And you say it's a corner of the market, but like Apple has like what, $1 billion cap? It's a good chunk of people. Like
little startup, dude.
Little mom and pop garage business. Apple.
$3 trillion company.
Let's look at it through this lens, though, because Steam, like any soulless corporation, doesn't operate on fee-fees. They got numbers to back up this decision. They looked at that and they're like, you know what? It's not worth maintaining. But then again, all right, it's not worth the hassle. So we still got to balance it out. Like, how many people bought a Mac to game on? Nobody. Like,
no, it's more like, hey, I bought a Mac to do other stuff. Hey, and some games run on it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be emulation. Hi, welcome to our world, Mac users. How you doing?
Well, they have
wine
the
is
game
not an
porting
emulator.
kit, which is effectively
what are you
just
talking
Proton.
about?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Coming up next, a tool that I know we definitely use all the time. Myself, I should say. I don't speak for the royal we.
I use it too, very much. I use it so much, in fact, I wish it was a thing for the official Steam client. But yeah, the Steam DB extension for your browser, the thing that lets you see at a glance, when was the last time that this game was updated? What was the lowest price that this game ever had? A bunch of other statistics directly on the store page of the game you're looking at. They have a bit of an update. They've focused on the achievements on this one, which is they've grouped them by update. So if there's a new version of a game comes out or a new bit of DLC comes out that adds new achievements, they split those off. If it's the game has single player and multiplayer, they split that off too. And they have up to 45 languages localized for the extension, which is very, very nice. Very good. Seriously. Find a way to get this to work with the official Steam client, please. Just being able to have all of that information right there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Every time I read something about this, it just makes me wish that I had the mechanic in my head that made me crave the Chivos. Because like that's a whole different type of game for like replayability, right? And you're like, oh, I want to get this and I want to get that and get that. My brain does not care, man.
but then there's the other side of that as well, where like people play the games because they have easy Chivos. And so
quit being a banana, Jordan, all right?
Never.
Well, that's just straight up NFTs, but
I will forever be a banana because my spoon is too big.
Banana, Linux native game, by the way. No, man. Being able to organize everything with your updates, your DLCs, and all that. Like, if you're into the achievements, like, go for it, do it, man. But this system is powered by Steam Hunters, which is like, oh, I learned a thing that exists. So that's pretty dope. And, now your achievements can automate, if the game, if it's like an old game, how many times have you seen an old game like, hey, we've added achievements? This will detect it and let you know. And yeah, like a lot of things with Valve, like this would be nice if it wasn't a client. I might use the client more because let me know your preference. Like if I got to get on the Steam store to browse stuff, open a browser. It's just a better experience.
Being able to open up another tab is like kind of nice.
And yeah, especially if you're looking for, okay, you remember this game that you read about that it was coming out. And it's been out for a few years, so you go to the Steam store, it's like, oh, neat, it's a decent price. When was the last time this was updated?
It's good to have that information, right?
Yeah, no, it's really nice to have that, and they're also doing some cosmetic stuff like letting you collapse bits, like you've played this game for 1,000 hours, please leave a review. It's like, just button to collapse that.
Steam, you need to dial that notification down in the client, homie, because like
I think they just need to add an "it's okay" button.
Right, or like there is no
shut up, just
because like you hit me with that like an hour into the game, 2 hours into the game. I was like, you played this game for 2 hours. Like, I hadn't even decided if I'd like the intro screen on this. All right, like if you keep annoying me, like I have to imagine enough people like, yeah, go away, brr, thumbs down. I'm just saying, give us more runway. Make it completely optional. Make it work. But we do have one game to talk about this week. A game where you fight the Radiants as a bug. Wait, that's a different game.
This one has a hammer and not a needle.
Right, exactly. Yes. That's not a nail. Noria. Are we going with Noria on this?
Noria.
The Gold Project, where you venture into a frantic Metroidvania. That's right, and you poop shit. I mean, it's pixel Metroidvania. What more? It looks pretty. I like it. I remember playing this like 1 or 2 Next Fest ago. I downloaded it because I'm always looking around for the hipster pixel stuff or Hollow Knight-ish type things. Did a little research. This has been put together by a 9-person team that was backed with a successful Kickstarter for about 150,000 euros in 2022. So they had a pretty good turnaround time on this. And as I remember, I think I might have talked about it on the show. If I didn't, for those of you listening, as most of you, it's Squint, the game. Am I alone with this? Like, look at that. Like,
it looks pretty tiny, and like, the UI could use some scaling.
Especially that map with all the glowing stuff.
It's so tiny. It's small. You think, oh, I want to pinch him. And things get really, for me at least, confusing. And, I'm only playing on a 43-inch monitor, so maybe if I had something, a little more modern, a little larger, that wouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, I remember playing with the demo. I mean, it was like super smooth, super pretty, plenty of hacky slash. It felt good. Really nice pixel art. And again, good experience if you squint a little bit. But I haven't scrolled down for a reason, because when you scroll down, the demo is still up. Go for it. It's $24.99, which I'm worried about just a little bit, because that makes it 1.6 Hollow Knights. You can buy 1.6 Hollow Knights for $24.99. This is not hating on the price, because you got to deal with what the market's going to bear. And holy hell, do we have a lot of $19.99, $14.99 pixel platformers that are just as gorgeous, just as fun to play. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm saying I worry about when I see stuff like this, because when I think $24.99, what do I think? I think like cult games like Risk of Rain, right? $24.99. Hollow Knight's $14.99. And that was like Team Cherry was like, hey, we're going to put out a game that is like, they fucked up the metrics for everybody, man.
$24.99 is also like AAA game that was like maybe 2 years old that I'm looking at picking up. That's also sort of the price range.
Do you think $19.99 hits better?
Maybe
a lot better. Like being around the 20 currency unit mark. That's like here you go.
If you're like super into the genre and it looks good, yeah. But like 25, you're getting into like premium territory a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But and you say that, but if Team Cherry's like Silk Song's $24.99, I'm like, here.
Yeah. There's always going to be that.
But they can also refer back to like, see Hollow Knight, a game that we charge $14 for. That is not a $14 game. That is a much more expensive game than that.
It is. Like, I think the original price was it like, I don't know, it might have always been. I think we've done this on a show, like we did price tracking on Hollow Knight.
But like, I mean, just in terms of like content, right? Like in terms of like time it will take you to finish. Yeah.
Plenty of time later on in the show to talk about Hollow Knight. I wish him the best of luck. And, I look at games like this and I look at numbers, because this is a good game. The demo, I enjoyed the demo. It's got a lot going on. But I always look at like how many reviews, and like even like Risk of Rain, which is wildly popular to the extent, still very low amount of reviews. Like I fear that the price puts things in like a niche where more people would pick it up at $19.99. Again, not because it's not worth it. Hell, it's probably worth double this. I'm just talking about what the market will bear on Steam with the glut of these. How much is Blasphemous, Pedro?
I don't know how much it is right now, but it started at I think it was 20 something, or it's down to £5.
Blasphemous
the original one.
Okay.
Blasphemous 2 is
$14.99. Like, I think it's priced wrong.
And you can get both for 20.
Yep.
And again, that sucks. And then again, you might have to have done something like this because it might have been cheaper, like, as a Kickstarter reward, right? And you're like, oh, if you act now, you get it for, a $20 whatever, instead of like the price goes up later. So be careful about putting yourself in that type of situation if you're getting ready to publish a game and you're going to be doing it through crowdfunding. I don't know the full story behind it, but good job, everybody. I liked it. I'll pick it up when it's not $24.99.
Yeah.
When it's $19.99.
$23.98.
So we got the maximum.
That's my chicken nugget, and I'm sticking to it. Game updates, though, not one but two. Start with something that nobody's ever wanted.
No one ever wanted this at all.
On Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. So Jackbox Party Pack, you might have played it. You might have played it with us in the after shows, and we do that sometimes. We're not doing it this week though. I think we're doing Chain together. But that said, it's a good party game if you get a bunch of people in. They don't need computers. They can play it on their phone, and you can get like 8 to 16 people in some of these games. The problem is there have been 8 Jackbox Party Packs, and all of the games are spread across many of these games. And I'll be fucked if I could tell you where T-shirt Hell 2 is. I couldn't do that offhand. People have been asking, can we just get a menu that has all the games that I own? And after years, they have finally capitulated. You can now have all of your jacks in one box. They have a game picker. It ties into your Steam account, so it can tell which copies of Jackbox Party Pack you have, and then you can just pick the game you want and launch it and get on with your life. Yay!
Yeah, one jack to rule them all is a very good idea. I'm glad, after how many years?
Well,
finally listen to people.
So here's the thing, though. I gotta wonder, though, if they had did this initially, we would have some like really shitty Flash-based Jackbox picker that probably runs like ass and doesn't work. So
that's the thing. I think for Jackbox specifically, the game is popular enough that there would have been enough of a push. This is like, just redo the launcher. You can keep the games as Flash as long as they work. Just give us the SWFs. That's whatever. But make the launcher something usable.
They were scared, though, man, to break with the tradition of everything being 720p.
That's right. Well,
it runs well on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I mean, you really need 4K for fucking Jackbox, right? 4K.
I'm just saying, man. Like,
DLSS.
It's real fun opening it on a ginormous monitor, and it is a postage stamp at 720. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation? Are you alt-enter? I'm pretty much first swipe, team alt-enter.
F11. There's a bunch of games at F11.
My muscle memory is like alt-enter.
Oh, I'm super fucking basic. I will just move my face closer to the monitor and try to read.
All right. I like to take a couple of stabs at it. But
I'm just trying to make sure that like my eyesight is good. I may need
just
glasses.
lean on the desk like 2 inches from the screen. It's like,
well, like even from like where I'm sitting here, I'll just be like.
Yeah, I mean, dude, what if it's like when you try to like, maybe it's choose your own adventure, you get scrollable, it's not, and the whole window moves. Like, damn it.
That's nasty. See, I think the worst version of that is like fucking Serpent in the Stag Lands, where it's 4K monitor, 120 by like 90. Have fun with that.
Yeah, go walk across the house and look at it and see if you can.
Yeah, like they just like have that game at optometrists and they just make you play it as part of the eye exam.
That'll work.
So tell me, what's happening in this frame?
So we've bought enough time to where I have a segue for this. Let's quit talking about games that you play with your eyes and more about games you play with your feet.
Okay.
Talking about ITG Mania. Ig Mania. If it's got the word mania in it, Trackmania, what else is
I assume Trackmania.
All right. And
Elastomania, to be fair. Elastomania is kind of stuck in my brain. The one with the motocross thingy, 2D.
What about Kleptomania? Everybody's favorite action-adventure RPG.
I mean, what, Skyrim?
Dude, yeah, most games, yeah. Let's just say RPGs, Kleptomania, the genre.
Yeah.
No, this is ITG Mania. This is the a spiritual successor, man. They're keeping Step Mania alive. When I say Step Mania, that gives you a context clue. Yeah, DDR, man. If you don't know, they've been doing this. It was initially a fork of Step Mania 1.5, and this release is just came out, and it fixes like a big issue they've had with sync drift, which might be a problem with a rhythm-based game, right?
Yes, you want things to be on sync.
Right? Might be a small issue, and now you can unhide your gerbil in full screen. When I read stuff like that, I'm always like, that's a real problem for enough people somehow. And I'm trying to imagine, like, why does that come up? And it now works with a Raspberry Pi 5, so you can, like, build your own little arcade thing going on. And my favorite thing about these is this horrific upside-down thumbnail smiley face that will haunt your dreams.
I scrubbed through that video looking for him to make that face, and I was very disappointed when he did not.
That is just good old classic Doom 3 animation rigged nightmare looking face.
Yeah, I know. This guy's at about 50% health, I think.
Oh, it's frightening. But I love stuff like this. There's a ITG resources a pad. There'll be a link in the show notes for building your own pads, and like people go, medium ham to like full honey roasted. I love it. And, every budget too. And this is a like gateway, and has been traditionally exercise drug.
Yeah.
Like to get the body moving and potentially the body grooving. Like gamify it.
If you watch that video, you see people fucking schmooving on those fucking boards, man. Like,
oh yeah.
That is legit cardio. I remember when the Wii came out and there was that game No More Heroes, there were people who couldn't finish that game because they lacked the physical fitness to get through some of the boss fights from swinging the sword around. You had to like actually get in shape in order to win that game.
And to charge the sword, you had to fap it off.
I mean, I've done that so many times. I'm like so efficient at that. That requires no energy on my part. It's like when Goku comes out of the time chamber and he's just always Super Saiyan. That's me with Jack and shit.
Somebody who's only played DDR in the arcade, probably longer ago than you were born for a lot of people listening. I feel comfortable saying that handrails are cheating. Fight me.
That's how everyone's doing it. They do the lean and they do the.
Oh yeah, they do the crazy with the shuffle feet. I love watching it now.
I knew a guy who used to do that. He was like competitively. It was crazy. Yeah,
it's dope. Yeah, go check it out. But let's get into our regular news because the thing we talked about last week, the review units in traditional Microsoft fashion. Microsoft's got an exclusivity deal going on with Qualcomm, right, which is about to run out, by the way. About to run out. So we're going to see like MediaTek and other people start making these, hopefully. But Microsoft went...
Assuming ARM doesn't get them all destroyed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Microsoft's like, hey, we can't send it to you just yet. We got to recall the recall. The recall feature. We got to recall that before you get them because... Clearly, that would have no performance impact or anything like that, and it might look bad. So hold on. Like, people were ready to go on this stuff on Tuesday, and they're like, what the hell's going on? Microsoft's like, whoa, you mad, bro? So
you guys didn't like recall, right? So we're talking about exclusivity. We're talking about Microsoft Xbox. We got to talk about the Snapdragon X Elite, and we're getting some reviews now. From PC, from Windows Central. And yeah, it seems like people like it. At least in terms of as far as a Windows laptop that runs on an ARM CPU goes. They ran a couple games on it. 1080p on high for GTA 5 isn't bad. That's a 10-year-old game, but you know, people still play it. And again, if I'm playing games on a laptop, I'm not expecting like fucking 900 frames a second or anything. Not a fan of the condensed numpad they have on that VivoBook as well. You might as well go big or no go home. And the big thing that worries me.
I mean, that looks like something I would try to use and fail.
Yeah, 19216 equal sign plus. Yeah. But and I'm looking at these and I'm like, okay, the review looks good. The performance looks decent. The probability of all of these laptops having a lock the fuck down bootloader is like 99.999%. You think Asus wants you installing Linux on this shit? Hell no. We were talking about that a bit in the pre super shows and about like, is this going to be a thing where like, you know, the more expensive models are going to have the unlocked bootloader? Because like you look at what we're dealing with Android right now, where go to XDA forums and download this particular tool to unlock this bootloader. Yeah.
Completely founded in that worry, but I think Qualcomm has gotten out in front of this. Like, there'll be a link in the show notes, getting out ahead of like, if this shit gets locked down today on us, we don't want to fucking hear it. Like, because they've got all the tools that like we are completely open sourcing the boot chain. We're pushing this out, upstreaming it to the kernel. Like this thing's just going to work regular UEFI. But yeah, what Jordan's saying like could be a very real possibility. You know, I think it did all right, but to me, this is like a very expensive novelty laptop. Like it's still like if I was like, okay, I need a MacBook that's gonna see, there you go, Freudian slip. I just buy a MacBook instead of one of these because like I don't want to beta test this stuff on Windows, and that's what you're going to be doing. But you take this. It's way more interesting when you take this SoC and put it in something that the size of a Steam Deck. Because the battery life is legitimately unhinged. And this thing's got, I saw one review touched on it. I couldn't find it. I did try because I hate it when other people go, this other person, because I'm like, tell me about the other person. Tell me. I want to go watch more of their stuff. They did a test where it's basically a rounding error whether or not it's plugged in. And that's big. The performance on battery is roughly identical to when it's plugged into the mains. It's not like you're taking a hit. Like you go all of a sudden your battery goes, you got to cut your dimming down. Like, no, this thing can just kind of keep rocking, man. The M3 though stomps it in gaming. It just does.
Yeah, it's already revision 3 on Apple hardware. Makes sense.
Yeah,
I got a Sharpie. I can write 3 on it.
But and like, yeah, the price tag is another thing too, because like I figured I was gonna look at what the price comparison is, because like you would think that this would come in cheaper than
How many FPS do you think we're getting here?
It's like at least 120.
That's
144.
my biggest concern is will the fax/box people be able to get EAC and Battle.eye to work in Proton over the emulation layer for the ARM 64 bits?
Oh hell no! I don't believe that for a second. That's going to require the Box 86 people or the Easy Anti Cheat people to realize, oh, maybe people want to actually play this game on ARM CPUs. But yeah, so it does. So this one, the VivoBook at least, comes in $200 Canadian cheaper than the cheapest MacBook Pro M3 that has 16 gigabytes. But it is still $100 more expensive than the cheapest 16 gigabyte Mac M3 Air. Because let's be real, you're not buying an 8 gigabyte laptop in 2024. That's
Apple said it had magic memory, Jordan.
I know, unified, so it's split between the GPU and the CPU. So it's really like 4. But yeah, honestly, these Windows benchmarks don't really mean that much to me. They're a good benchmark. They're a good ballpark, I guess. But like, I think we're going to see like a lot of major speed wins and a lot of major speed losses on Linux. There's just going to be stuff that our side does better than theirs. Because like, speaking of like Box 86 infects, these people have been working on this shit since the Raspberry Pi. They have way more lead up than whatever crap.
It's what we said. They got the infrastructure built.
Yeah. As opposed to Windows, which has their own translation layer which
is totally not based on what Fax has already put out.
Right. So again, I really think it's still going to be a bit of a mixed bag. What I want to see is the Debian versus Asahi numbers. I think that's going to give us like some real insight into like what the limits of the hardware actually is.
Right. And you know, it's an interesting thing, man, because this is not the droid you're looking for. If you want to buy it for the novelty and you want to burn like, you know, 12 to $2,000, however you want to spec one of these out, I don't think Qualcomm or any of these manufacturers are going to get the $1,000 plus price tag for these that they want to, because look at those margins, baby. We want some Apple type margins. You're not going to get them. So
yeah, Intel's taking too big a cut. We want some of that cheddar back.
They want some of that cheddar back, and you know, they want it as a premium device. That premium device needs to do premium stuff. And the only like big standout thing here is battery life, but it's not night and day difference. You know, it's not like, oh, we charge this thing every 2 weeks. So and it's the first gen. So who knows? Who knows? I'm cautiously optimistic about this. I could come down. I didn't expect to be here. I expected to go, oh, this thing crushes everything. Or like, well, that was a flop. Now it's at a very difficult spot. I'm like, it's kind of all right. Just too expensive. The tech's there, just not the price.
Yeah.
It's the early day syndrome. We're like, Apple had 3 years of basically being the only game in town, and now we're starting to see what the competition looks like, and they're
and to what you said, let's see what it does on Linux. So, framework, hear me. One of these for the framework 13.
And nice. The thing, because this comes from Windows Central, one of the pros that they have at the bid is like, you should buy this if you need a Copilot Plus PC with a 45 watt TDP. I'm sorry, but the Microsoft AI isn't a selling point for a lot of people. So,
what are you talking about? That's how I... Wait, hang on. What's Copilot?
It's the Microsoft AI.
I was just being the average consumer.
You gotta leverage that 104 TOPS NPU to generate some fucking images with Bing, right?
Dude, marketing is going hard. All right, AI is from
New
this.
Cortana is
I'm
bad.
laying down the law. We only refer to AI as Al from now on.
I posted that on this.
You did. You get credit for it. But now, this has got Al built into it, and
it's got Alf built into it.
Yeah, like
keep your cat away from it.
With AMD and Intel both shoving Al into their upcoming generation of CPUs. Like, for fucking who, dude? Anybody like genuinely fucking with this stuff's got GPUs. They're Who are you selling this to?
So I had a thought while I was cooking dinner, and it was like, what
Quit
if you could
bragging.
what if you could use these NPUs for like
Something
x86 emulation to like speed that shit up, and then I'm like, but then it would just hallucinate a bunch of fucking instructions, right? Like,
Yes.
but then if you get popped with EAC, it'll be like, no, my processor hallucinated a bunch of cheats and injected them into my game.
It was the LLM. It wasn't me. It was the LLM.
Good luck with that. R.I.P. Al. I look forward to 2 years when you're no longer a marketing thing. So, let's talk about things that are exciting news, everyone.
Well, better late than never. Jose Exposito has pushed out a big merge for, adding the Wayland DRM lease protocol to Mutter, which is the GNOME window manager type situation.
I thought it was a
Rammstein
song.
Yes. Also yes. But yeah, no, it's the compositor window manager type situation that they have. And the DRM Wayland lease protocol has been around a while. Was added to, what was it? X Wayland in 2022. KDE added it to KWin 6.0 earlier in the year, so GNOME getting it now, actually not a bad track record. It took them significantly longer to recognize mice that had polling over 60 hertz.
But isn't this a good thing since GNOME is better than those other desktops you mentioned?
No.
It's superior in every possible way? Is more popular?
Because the other desktops got it.
It makes your teeth whiter.
Does your laundry for you?
Will grow your hair back if you're going bald.
Yeah.
I would use GNOME if that was the fact, because boy, this is thinning up here.
Side question: When are you gonna call it and just shave? Just go Chromodome, or are you gonna go with the Costanza horseshoe?
I don't know yet. However it decides to go, because it's starting at the back like it did with my dad, so we'll see how that shakes.
Are you going to start doing hats?
Berets.
No.
You could convert to Judaism and wear a little yarmulke over it.
Yeah. That could be. No,
do you
happening.
have just in case yarmulke that you got to break out every now and then? Do you know where your yarmulke is?
No.
All right.
Definitely, I do not know where it is. There is probably one or two that exist somewhere, because I have gone to a wedding in the past couple of years,
right?
And they just hand them out. So.
Okay, all right. So yeah, my first thought is like, I remember when VR was a thing. Remember that in the olden days, like 4 years ago, and the Valve tried it twice, and they're like, ain't no money in this shit.
Well, I mean, right now it seems like things are mostly working on the Vive and the Index based on a couple of the user reports in the thread. For me, this is just more like, I love the fact that Linux is the platform where you just plug shit in and it works the way you intend it. So just making VR another one of these things.
Yeah.
You plug it in, the thing shows up, no fuss, no muss. Always great news. Always
VR was just better supported by Valve under Linux, but they are doing work on it.
Yes.
Why? I don't know, but they are. And
someone is interested.
And I know I hear you. Then you're just bitter about Half-Life Alyx not getting able to. Yes, I am.
What one day you'll play.
What I did like about this particular merge is like, look, I did all the things. It's implemented. The protocol sees the VR headset, I think, because I don't actually have a VR headset, so I can't actually test it.
I'm going to XKCD so hard, like when they, like 20 years from now, when the little glasses you pop in and play Half-Life, and I'm going to, dude, I like legitimately had that like roughly 5 years ago. I'm like, oh, that's where this game stops. Oh, I get it now. I thought people were over exaggerating. They weren't. So yeah, Half-Life 3, not VR, confirmed. Good on GNOME for doing that, man. A lot of people do use GNOME. Isn't that like the pack-in or default for Fedora?
It's KDE now. They moved it to Plasma as of 40. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
why do you think they decided to
changed
use an inferior desktop manager?
You know what? I decided to do an experiment. The only reason I started using GNOME is because I reinstalled my OS on this machine, and that was the default desktop environment. And I thought to myself, "Hey, I'm just gonna do that, and I'll be different because Pedro's running KDE and you're running XFCE, so we got a little bit of spread."
I used GNOME a couple of times because it was like the default with Canonical for Ubuntu, and I had to install that for some commercial hardware I'm testing out, and that was like, we're using this, and every time, just out of the box, I have to go to the search thing and type TER. I'm like, fuck all this noise.
I just do that anyways, right? I don't know.
No, I want my default notification bar to have a terminal right on it.
All right.
That's what I'm here for, baby.
Okay.
I'm just saying for me, man.
Yeah. I'm giving Plasma 6.1, I guess now, a shot on I had a spare laptop. And yeah, it took like 3 fucking hours for me to get it to a point where I like it. And
well, I mean, Pedro, you were bragging on the latest version of Plasma only being slightly broken, right?
Yeah, no, I saw the 6.1 update come down, and I put on Discord, I wonder what they broke this time.
Oh, I can tell you. I can tell you. Yeah? I was using their new workspace configurator, and it crashed when I added a new toolbar.
I didn't even know about that one. I just installed it, rebooted, went to, because one of the things that 6.1 does is if you have certain keyboard models, you change the accent color for the active theme you have on the desktop, and it changes the LCD, like the LED backlight color, to match it. So I wanted to see, okay, is this one of the supported keyboards? So I went to the color accent area, QML error, couldn't load the QML files. Like, that didn't even take very long to find at all.
Superior.
Like, I fucked around with KDE back in the day. But as soon as XFCE became, I was using when XFCE, it made me mad because I didn't use it for a long time because it didn't support desktop icons. And I needed 1 or 2. You've seen my desktop, like 1 or 2. I'm not joking.
I have none.
then they added the support. Then I got mad at them because it's like, damn it, I finally got used to working. Now I have like 5. But that entire time, man, like I've been watching like the fight between them. It's like, it's options, man. You guys are just bored. Like GNOME and KDE battles that go back to like 2001 /. Go read some of those threads, man.
After a week of using it, I can safely say it is a desktop environment that I can use to launch my applications.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That is my opinion of KDE 6.1.
No, you're supposed to have an emotional attachment to it, like defend it.
No, that's just for Emacs. That is solely reserved for Emacs.
All right, fair enough. So, something that will be far less controversial: Hollow Knight, Silksong, and when's that getting released? Well,
shut up your face about it.
I mean, maybe you should consider it, dude. This is, let me get the right thing. There we go. So one of the guys who's got access to Hollow Knight doing development testing, he is the official spokesperson for Team Cherry because they've never like came back and contradicted anything he's ever said. He decided to go to a subreddit full of people like jonesing for the game. Like, let's go to the Silksong subreddit and have a little talk and just let everybody know I'm tired of reading about Silksong being in development hell. Okay, I understand you. I get to play it, and you don't. So, like, just take my word for it, guys. Like, don't worry about it. So this article comes from Games Radar, and he was taken aback by people being grumpy at him that he did what I just said. And I'm like, oh hell, this is probably going to be. Oh, then I went and read the thread, dude. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, here's what he said. Hi, guys. I literally know they are not in dev hell. LOL, JK, have fun not playing Silksong. I just made that part up, but that's what it reads like. And what do we get? Top comment. Dev limbo, dev purgatory. We're excited.
Crack pipe. Yeah.
This guy is known to Team Cherry. So, there's no question in my mind. They're in dev heaven. Now, this is a good comment from Pixel Pollutive of it. Only problem is dev heaven looks a lot like dev hell when you have no clue what is happening. And I think that's it, man, because like I went and mapped it out. It's 5 years and 9 months since the last Hollow Knight DLC. Does it feel that long? No.
Yeah, honestly.
To me, it doesn't. Silksong was supposed to be DLC from the original Kickstarter campaign, and they decided the biggest issue, like, believe it or not, was height. Hornet was taller. They were going to have to redesign all the levels and stuff. And it just boiled into, and it was free. Like, if you back the Kickstarter, we get Silksong for free. So, like, okay, that's fine. But that also means that some of us have been waiting on that damn game for a decade, coming up on 9 years. And then we had is it development hell? This is where you really start thinking about it. 2 years we had that Xbox showcase where they showed Silksong. The 12 of us who follow this lost our damn mind, man. We're like, oh my God, this is like, and somebody asked on Twitter, they asked the Xbox, like, what are the release dates? And they said, every game shown will be out in the next 12 months. I think it was 12 months. They gave a firm time. And you're like, even Silksong, you're like, even Silksong. They
12 months later.
Right. So they didn't make any friends at Microsoft for that one. But that got me thinking, gentlemen. Like, what really institutes, like, what counts as development hell? Kind of like, is it the same thing? Like, not having a firm timeline and having a money spigot is just as dangerous for the game as, being under, like, no money and super crunch. Like, are they both detrimental to the end product? And I kind of bring that up because, like, it's been the Valve's development strategy: infinite money and infinite fuck around time. And what have we got out of that? Artifact.
He also got Alex, which was very well received. So
okay, Alex actually turned out well. That's the game that you want to have for your VR headset. Some of the comments that they put in the Reddit thread is like, the one that Ven showed is like, Dev Hell is a lot like Dev Heaven. And then the person immediately behind it's like, yeah, both of them imply that the development is dead for it to be Dev Hell or Dev Heaven. So it's like, But yeah, no, I do genuinely believe that because people are shouting copium all the way up and down the thread. There's the people mocking the person, and there's the people actively wanting to cope with not having.
How dare?
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Yes, there can't be development hell if there's no development happening. But yeah, no, are we at something that Ven already brought up earlier in the show? Are we at Half-Life 2 Episode 3 levels of cope yet? Because if we are,
we're at the 10-year mark coming up.
It's not coming out, because if we're at that level now, it's never coming out.
So I don't know. As someone who works in software development, I'm team wait until shit's done cooking, because that's usually the best way to get the best result. Granted, there's as Ven mentioned, there's the compounding factor of this was promised DLC for a Kickstarter that turned into a whole other fucking video game. So I don't know. My take on it is this: at this point, on release, if it does release, it has to be flawless to not get completely ruined by people. Some games do actually live up to their hype. Most don't, but some can. It's been known to happen. So maybe I think if it is all in service of a superior product, then it will be worth the wait. If it sucks, then no.
I can, like, when you say that, like, coming up, like, with something in a series, I can think of one example of a game living up to the hype. Like, people even dialed their expectations down. They're like, and that is when we saw from Bethesda Doom.
I would throw BG3 in there. There was a lot of hype for that, and it lived up to that.
Then again, Baldur's Gate 3 had the early access campaign to back it up.
Now, this is something I want to get to. That's something Hollow Knight had, was early access. And, like, doing it all, like, if they put this on early access, everybody just shut the fuck up and go play it.
And like, yeah. I wonder if they were, like, trying to do, like, a Hades situation where they're like, we're going to release Hades 2 when we have more content than all of Hades 1 in early access. But again, and the article, the Gamers Radar article does actually bring up a direct comparison to Hades. Supergiant is an experienced team who has, what, like 7 games under their belt right now? Right. Team Cherry has 1. Yeah. So...
Then again, I'd say Hollow Knight was a much stronger entry as a first title than Bastion.
I think it was unexpected. Like, yeah, again, I'll keep going back. I remember when we got review keys for this, and like I didn't even look at it for a couple of weeks. I'm like, it's some little bug platformer game, whatever. And I was looking for a game to review that week, and I'm like, oh, let me just try this real quick because I thought I was going to play it for 10 seconds and blow it off. And I'm like, what? No, I don't know. Only Team Cherry knows. I mean,
And Greg.
Don't.
He literally knows.
Greg.
Fucking Greg, man. He'll take care of it. That's going to wrap us up for our news segment. But hey, man, maybe you got your thoughts, hints, and allegations for this. Leave us a comment under the YouTube video, post it on Patreon, or just hit us up the old-fashioned way. Head over to linuxgamecast.com and hit the submit button. Just make sure if you're sending us a press release, use the email address instead. That way it doesn't end up in the spam folder, which I haven't checked. I probably need to check because there's always something in there. And I'm like, and I'm not even going to write you back. That's a litmus test. All right.
No, you don't want CNC parts or like manufacturing for heavy industry?
Oh, no. Dude, I've gotten people are like, hey, would you like to take a look at this? And I don't run them back. I'm like, you didn't read. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, okay, like, I'm not kidding, people. Like, look at this. Look at this. I was just like, check this out. You hit content, made it big, red.
Oh, it's red and everything.
Red.
Now.
It's been like that for months. Did it slow down derp? Not a bit.
Derp is colorblind, man. That's just how it is.
Derp is just like, I will power through that. So, yeah, don't derp, kids. And
derp, not even once.
Kai Jorai didn't derp.
No, he writes in and he says, Jordan, you are not alone in your memories of Redwall. However, I remember it as an animated series on PBS Kids that aired after Arthur back in the late 90s and early aughts. Considering it airs on PBS, I should have known it was based on a book series. In Canada, it was airing on Teletoon. Thanks for the reminder. The book should help me satisfy birthday gift obligations for the year and help ease my younger relatives into the fantasy genre. Tolkien lacks the Disney anthropomorphism these kids have been so conditioned to enjoy. Smiley face. Happy Shadow of the Erdtree weekend, Pedro.
And
yeah,
right back at you, Kai.
Yeah, like as far as children's fantasy go, Redwall was like pretty solid, and yeah, it's basically Armello, the book series. Armello is very much what if they took Redwall and turned it into a board game. So
you got to get them like right. You got to get like first experience like serious fantasy. You got to show them a movie with a horse in it that's stuck in some mud.
You got to show them Zardoz. That's how you get kids hooked on fantasy and sci-fi. The gun is good. The penis is evil.
What was your first introduction to fantasy? Like that sticks to you, not pedantic. Like, oh, this was technically it, but like, what comes to mind?
I think straight up The Hobbit. Like the book The Hobbit is one of my, I think probably the earliest fantasy memory I can place. No. I read the Narnia books before I read The Hobbit. So
all right, the Lion, the Witch, and the Audacity of this bitch. Yeah. I remember reading those.
The Last Butthole.
Yeah. What was before that? Wow. Pedro, you got any clues?
Fantasy books as
or
like,
just like your first exposure to fantasy. Like what was the first thing?
That was video games because
okay, what was it when they dragged it across your nose and you're like, I like this.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was something on the Philips video pack that had the that was like the Atari.
It had Trogdor in it.
It
was very simple. It had a dude with a sword with platforming, obviously.
Great game, dude with a sword. Highly recommended.
I have one memory as a child from like channel surfing and seeing this weird animated movie. Do you ever see Ralph Bashki's Wizards?
No.
That's a weird one. Yeah, that
I'm easy to please, though. I mean, that's why Jordan and I do a podcast called Wizards and Shit, because that's why my brain classifies. Like, I fantasy, yeah, he's got wizards and shit in it. Let's go. Throw out a dragon. All right, we're there.
Doctor Who tries to fuck his niece. We're great.
Yeah, wizards and shit. Stay tuned. Yeah, let us know. What was your first exposure? Like, I was thinking like film, but yeah, book, definitely before film. I don't know if I got through The Hobbit as a kid though. I think I like picked it up, fucked around with it for a minute, but I definitely have memories of reading at least one of the Narnia books.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely there. Do we count like Grimm fairy tales?
Yeah, I would say so. There's like witches and stuff.
Cartoons, yeah.
Like hell, even the Smurfs. Honestly, that's fantasy, right? Like Asterisk, Obelix.
That one I never got because I was like, the Gargamel guy was supposed to be bad, and he's like, no, he's just got a fucking infestation of shit in his backyard he can't get rid of. Like, I was not cheering for him, but I was like, I get it, man. Fuck these little blue things.
What if the Fraggles got melted? What happens if you just gave the Fraggles a bunch of guns? I want to see that movie.
Let's do it, Disney.
Here on Fraggle Glock.
Fraggle Glock. Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen. That's the wrong song. Aha. We're gonna cue the Glocky music. Hey, if you like what we do, you want to support what we do, you want to get some bonus things like that pre super shows and we keep dropping just to tease you, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Linux Gamecast. All the information's under that support tab. Become a Twitch sub if you're already a Twitch sub. Link that up to our Discord. We're hanging out there the other 6 days of the week and a bunch of other things. We do appreciate it, but who do I need to thank? Oh yeah, Beastwick's back, $1 pledge. And I want to thank do you get the thing pulled up?
I don't.
Barbara.
but
I remembered.
yeah.
Barbara had like a very long Twitch sub thing, and I'm like, yeah, that was cool earlier this week. We appreciate it. Now, get in touch with me at Vin Stone on Twitter and at Vin on our Mastodon, mast.linuxgamecast.com. I got Blue Sky accounts. I don't have I think I do have a Facebook account, but I never check it, so don't do that.
I'm Jordan. I'm Mr. Pew Pew because once you Glock, the fun don't stop. Follow me on Twitter at The Burning Fool. Blue Sky at Frojo at bsky.app or Mastodon. I'm at Frojo at mast.linuxgamecast.com.
Yeah, it was Beastwick, Basil, and Erod.
Yay!
I saw Erod joining Discord earlier. Welcome. You can find me at unaccounted for at mass.linuxgamecast.com. That's our little Mastodon instance. Follow me on there.
Now we just got to admit that it would be a completely different game. What am I talking about? Glockamelee. Time for some
Glockamelee. Yeah. Hollow Point Night. Well, I mean that's basically Crowsworn, right? Hollow Point Night.
Yes.
We got to thank our advisors, Omega Sartherin, and our executive producers, Barbramp, Scott, Atomic, Mike, Tomaj, David, Ishep, Ian, Kernaki, 12345, Haplo, Drumur, and our little Nicky fans, Deathstote, Empty, Eggy, and Treesloth.
And the Sea Monsters were no Rider X Machina, Trudgy Veritanuda, Justin Darkwing, System T, Dazing, Joe DeCresney, Ogi1, and Frostclaw, with the Death Notes, Nova, Chad, Romeo, Renee, Leonardo, Kim, Chris, Stephen, Jill, Benjamin, Doom 2, God, Stephen B, Beck, Dodger, Zeno, Rue, Turnover,
Alan,
Babel, Mr. Foxdogs, Vine, Jalou, and Piper. Oh God, that was
Steve
tiny.
Another Steve, who's not Steve. Steve-O, not Steve B. And all of our fine, upstanding, cannibalistic tendencies. Thank you.
Thank you, Kai, and enjoy your Shadow of the Erdtree as well, because I know you two play those games.
If you ever catch me playing Elden Ring, put me down, kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna like dodge roll out of the way, and I'm gonna have to like stomp on you and try and butt slam you.
I didn't say it was gonna be an easy fight, man. Bad fire, everyone. We'll see you next week. I was gonna say, can you dodge roll too? And it's like Salt and Sanctuary just slap me in the side of that. I'm like, of course you can.
Blasphemous.
Yeah. Dodge rolling's real.
Well, that's not a dodge roll, that's a dash.
Well, that's what you do in Darksiders 3, which is the annoying thing, because it's always a predetermined dash.
Yes.
And, like, there's not enough variety. Like, at least in Dark Souls, it's like a choose-your-own rhythm game of, like, mathing it out of, like, oh, I want to do this, and you got to keep track of stamina. No stamina bar in this shit. It's just dash and hope you don't get fucked, which you'll get fucked. Yeah, that game would break if you had a dodge roll like that. If you had iframes, which you have no iframes, Darksiders 3, which is unfortunate.
Oh, okay, that's how they're pulling the bullshit. All right, okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
okay, so I never quite understood this. Pedro, maybe you can explain it to me. Where exactly in the dodge roll do you get the iframes?
At the start.
At the very, very start, once you trigger the animation?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends. That's how then you get like the light rolls, the medium rolls, and the fat rolls. The fat rolls.
I love me some fat rolls.
Yeah, the fat rolls, you only get like 8 frames of invulnerability. The medium rolls, you get 16 or something. And with the light rolls, you get 20-something frames, which is almost like half a second of invulnerability.
And is that like dependent on the armor you're wearing, or like
the stuff, the weight of the stuff you have equipped?
The encumbrance, if you're light encumbered, you get the light roll. If you're gotcha. Okay, thank you. That makes more sense. Now I understand, because I'm like, yeah, I understand you get iframes. I just don't know where, because every time I tried to get iframes, I got killed. So
I beat in the first boss in Dark Souls 3. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
Udex Gundyr, the tutorial boss, yes.
Yeah. It took me an afternoon, but I did it.
I was quite pleased I did that on the second try.
Oh,
I'm like,
man, I did not. I finally got it together, though. But then again, back in those days, I wasn't thinking about like input delay with VSync and shit like that. Oh,
right. And there's also like, yeah, you definitely have like more tools in terms of like understanding the mechanisms of games and how they work. And I think like if you don't possess that, like when you're a lot younger, like things become a lot more obtuse, and you don't understand why things work the way they do.
It is.
Right?
It's just like infinitesimal, like cable length has to factor in, because if I have, because I always run this system with an HDMI splitter hooked up, because it runs back into the box because I got 4K capture, and if I ever need it, I don't want to fuck around. I just want to click record. But when that's not hooked up, it fucks my Trackmania game. It does.
Yeah,
and like,
you're already accounting for the delay.
the perceivable latency from a high-end HDMI splitter too, dude. It's not like, and it's just an electrical connection. Like it does EDID shit, but like I'm not converting anything.
Erod, not much. I had like an hour and change. I didn't have much time. I didn't have any time today, and yesterday I only had like an hour. So, I've thoroughly explored like the open area where you land. I didn't go into any of the dungeons or any of the other areas that you can clearly see that they go, oh, here's the next area you're gonna go to. It's like, I wanna go there.
Okay. So what do you think? I saw this one theory on Twitter, and I don't know if it's real or not, but it sounds legit. Where like George R. R. Martin wrote Elden Ring as, what if the elves returned to Valinor and shit was all fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah. that's actually not a bad parallel with the elves being the tarnished.
Do we ever get anything other than just like humans in Game of Thrones? No.
There are giants. There are children of the forest. There are human animal hybrids that get brought up, but they're not on Westeros. They're in Essos. There are the White Walkers, like the zombies. Those are like a distinct thing. There are in the books they bring up creatures called squishers, which are like Lovecraftian people.
Okay.
There's like a whole Lovecraft element in the books that the show never really got into.
All right, so there's like other shit exists just off screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Y'all have fun. Bye.
Yeah, like they have giants too. Like one was a giant.
Where's Elmo at? Or something. How do I carefully do this without fucking everything up?
It's an excellent question.
It is, there we go. So, if you're wondering why we posted a thing, oh, hell no, I'll never be able to get that there.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. We're going to try Chain Together. Let's see.
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories.
Dude. It's gonna be wild. Yeah.
Launch with DirectX 11 or launch with DirectX 12.
Oh, how brave are you gonna be?
It says launch chain together. Launch DirectX 11 used for improved performance issues. What? Improved
You
performance.
get better performance issues.
Right? Let's try DirectX 11. DXVK is nice and stable. I have an AMD. I don't know. I got a fucking AMD card now. VKD3D just works fine. I have DX12 support. I've been playing DX12 games nonstop.
Here, I'll give you guys a picture image in Discord if you want to take a look at it. Yeah, I just got that. Let me see.
Did it crash?
Oh.
It's slow. It's launching still. All right. Let's thinking about it.
I'm just going to go with a launch chain together and see what happens.
I picked option 2.
Fine. Peer pressure.
Now we gotta use all the graphics APIs.
Folded. Yeah, DX11 used to be a death sentence, and DX12 was a death sentence, and now it's just like, yeah, one might run better than the other. But the tables can be flipped on Linux, so.
It depends, yeah. Depends on your card. It depends on the game itself, honestly. Sometimes the DX11 code is just better than the DX12 code. Sometimes it's the other way around. Who knows? It's still launching.
Yeah, mine is too. I was about to say I'm doing the first gen Threadripper tax. Once you're in game, you're fine, but it takes a minute.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
It just goes to show the
okay,
number.
yeah, it's running.
Oh, mine's not. I'm still waiting.
It goes to show you what?
Like the performance gains, they look really nice on benchmark graphs, but like real world stuff.
Well, and again, it's benchmarks are one thing. Whether or not the fucking software you run actually utilizes the hardware well is another thing entirely, right?
Thanks, Intel. At least consoles get up to 8 threads, right?
Yeah. Well, what do you call it? The GPU on the Series X is actually pretty beefy. It's like a desktop class thing.
Oh, nice.
They're throwing some horsepower behind it now.
They want to, but they don't want the fucking problems with it. Like if they
just add a PCIe slot in your Xbox.
Oh, hey, we're full screen. If I disappear, it went to not full screen.
It was full screen. It switched to 720p windowed. Yeah.
That's what we like to call it. And thought about it. Settings 1280 by 720 too small. I need 1080. 1920 by 10. What? 16. Man, some of these resolutions is not in my life have I seen a 1680 by 1050. It's got to be a laptop.
Oh, I had a 1680 by 1050 monitor once.
Oh, was that one? Yeah, I know the one before the 1080s were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually have one of those. So but that was also before everything fucking standardized on 4x3.
Okay.
Or no, 16x9 rather, not 4x3. My bad.
Yep, I got one of those Acer monitors. I paid, geez, dude, $600 for that thing.
I think I paid $200 for mine. This would have been in 06. Yeah. So LCD monitors were a thing, but I had the LCD monitor and the CRT. The big 17-inch.
This one was widescreen. I think it was 21-inch or 22-inch. It was I remember sitting. I still have this monitor, by the way. I've just never fixed it. Having to get my head around having to follow the cursor on a 22-inch monitor because I was focused on before that. I had 15 or 16-inch.
Interesting.
What?
So it will detect a single controller input and then not do anything.
Yeah, they just added controller support to it.
Interesting. Okay.
So I think it works with the Xbox controller. Let's see. We'll light up the after shows, and if anybody wants to pop in and say words.
Yeah, North Ranger. I was surprised when I was talking to someone at work and I just like, what is the GPU in the Series X? And I'm like, damn, that's a core count. That's like, yeah, but yeah, it is probably underclocked. 1152 by 864. No.
Yes.
No.
Should go to 5. And what do I got to do? 5 goes to Discord mono in. Yeah, it already does.
I guess we got to thank Don M for the resub.
Thank you, Don.
Donum.
Discord monitor in. All right, that should work in theory. I don't know. We'll find out. I gotta get all this set up. Mad hype. We're gonna get that hype train.
The hype chain.
Hype shades. Boop. All right, so I need to do a little alignment.
Chain of fools.
This got my attention because somebody was playing it, and I'm like, that's neat. I'm gonna go look into it. And the first review was like, it destroys friendship, and I was like, that sounds like our type of game.
What friendship?
Like, we can. It's always a good indicator, isn't it? You're like, gonna hate this. Does my controller work? Yeah, it does. Wait, well, it did.
No, it brings it to one position. You can hit the face buttons, and those work. But it looks like mouse only in menu.
Oh, hang on. Do you show off the? All right, you don't. Never mind. Open chain. Okay, so there's multiple ways to play this. This is like going up, but you chain to other people and it's multiplayer. Oh,
so it's like GURP, right?
Yeah, like the 3D.
All right, refresh. Booty thick, shit my pants. Can I just join through Steam? Is this a thing that it supports?
Oh man, bad.
It does. Oh my god! Loading. Oh, you have Gay Ben is one of the
yeah,
one of the selectable characters.
We start in hell. So.
All right, can I be? I'll be Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat.
All right. We have that together, and right. I'll get something to drink real quick, my man. And
all right, go for it. I will hold down the fort. Right. Me and Nubbin, we're gonna freestyle rap. You go first, Nubbin. Hit us with them sick hot rhymes. No, nothing. I don't got any either. Yeah. So on a Mac. Is that a Mac resolution 1152 by 864? That does seem like a hyper-specific resolution that Steve Jobs would demand after coming back from Next and like, I demand everything end in a non-zero even number. That's my Steve Jobs impression. He talks like that. I talk like this, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm almost positive that's what he sounded like. It's a perfect impression. It was when he was away at Next. Did anyone use any of those Next computers? Next Step? Anyone use new Next Step? Next Step? I knew a guy who did like small talk programming, but like that was before my time. Mostly playable with my controller. Emphasis on mostly. Game. Objective G in G++. Oh. I really do hope the controller works with this though. I would maybe it runs fine with keyboard and mouse. I've never played this before. What are my other options? I can be also Oldman. I can be Guile. I can be Bullcut, and I can be not Liu Kang. I think I'm gonna stick with not Liu Kang.
That sounds like a good one.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's just going to be two of us or oh, it has to be. There's no way they're going to try to AI chain us. Oh.
Well, but then the AI turns out to be like really good and just fucking carries us. Yeah.
You know, then I don't have a problem with it all of a sudden.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, right. My mouse is stuck over here. Hang on. Burp. Okay, do we have a game audio?
There is audio coming out of the game.
There is. All right. Let me get a recording.
It's a chain reaction.
Are you certain you want to start a game? Players who join later will not have the option to select their skin. That serves them right for being the lookity loser. Yeah.
Late, yeah. You snooze, you lose.
There's only
In
2
hell.
left. Whoa. What are we doing? Chain together on Linux. Shakedown. I didn't even select Proton version. I just smashed the play button, and then we waited. Then we had time to go out, get a nice dinner, come back.
It really reminded me of like back in the day when shit had to load it off of like disk drives. I really felt like I did back in the day. I hated it.
But
Being
we
an
did
old
have
man.
options. You got DX11 or DX12. We both went
Yes.
with 11.
If you have better performance problems. Okay, WASD move.
All right. Hey, all right. Xbox
Okay.
controller's working. Nice.
PlayStation controller works. We can jump. Okay.
All right.
And okay, and we got sprint.
What is sprint?
Trigger. Right trigger.
Oh, mine's on always run. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's, you change it, right?
I guess you can.
Wait, hang on. What? Pull? Wait, hang on. Stop.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was
Okay,
looking
so-
for. Yeah.
Yeah. Pull.
All right.
Okay.
I think that, okay, so that's run. What is walk?
Might be the trigger.
I don't think there is a walk.
I have a walk. I'm
Oh, if
definitely.
I hold it down, I run faster. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so it's kind of like a jog.
A little bit. Yeah.
All right.
I guess.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was rough to load in.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't looking at that. Can I get my own crotch shot? I can.
Hang on, I'm going to
I
adjust
jump
our
on
little camerino.
These guys have like crazy high jump.
We're going to need it, man.
Merge.
We could do with a little background music game.
Oh, we gotta climb all that. Oh god.
Dude, that's
Okay. Oh yeah. This is getting over with Bennett Foddy, the co-op one. Okay.
all right. I got some climbing music on. Let's go.
All right.
Well, not really.
So we just walk past it.
I worked really hard to get here.
What?
The hell?
Oh. Okay, those marks on the ground don't like actually tell you where the things are gonna fall.
At the very first hurdle.
And just keep going.
Yeah, we got this. All right, I was about to say, don't make me have to think.
Right? Like, we're here, game. Oh, so we gotta go up there.
We gotta get out of hell, man.
Get out of hell free. The underworlds. Reach the underworld. I got an achievement. Oh god, these fucking Steam sound effects. All right. What do you think?
This way. Careful.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. All right.
All right.
All right,
One,
so, all right, wait, hold on. Let's establish the protocol first.
all right. 3, go.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yep.
All right. 1,
2,
2, 3, go.
Yep. I was a little early.
All right.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3, go.
You know what? We might be cheating after so many years of dealing with Jink.
Blah.
No. What?
That-
Was that imaginary? Are you hearing numbers?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Oh.
All right.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Not bad. All right, we got this one.
Oh, you can just climb, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Nope. All right.
I heard some screaming in the background.
Yeah.
All
1,
1,
2, 3.
3.
Yeah. Oh, long jump.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. All right.
And oh my God!
Good. Oh, hell.
Oh look!
I bet 10 souls you'll fall long before you catch even a glimpse of sunlight.
Stop this pointless chatter. You're supposed to be setting up the next challenge, as I command.
Of course, my lord. My apologies. Their despair is just too
Animation rigging's hard.
Back to work I go.
Yeah. So is syncing up audio so that it sounds like natural dialogue.
How are you at balancing?
At balancing.
I see what needs to be done.
Oh, okay. Slowly.
Why we're not speedrunning?
Are we?
I don't know.
That's how I'm definitely gonna fall if we're doing it fast. So. Yeah, after years of fucking Portal,
Yeah, right?
we've learned to like establish systems and protocols proactively. Oh, there's just some dude up there. He's just like, oh,
Oh, hey, guy.
yeah. It's like, oh, you think you're gonna fucking make me rush by scoring me
I
based on
almost
time?
fucking fell off just looking around.
Right? There's lots of distractions here.
Come on. Oh, there's no collision? Fuck this. All right, let's go.
Okay. All right.
All right. Hang on. I forgot to change our
Our
Twitch
thing on
thing.
Twitch, yeah.
Yeah. Strom manager.
Oh well, we're almost there.
Dude, we got this. Like we're gonna 100% this thing.
Yeah, it's like what I was watching Jesse play that that subway station game where you have to like spot the weird shit.
Oh,
He,
yeah, I've watched that a couple of times with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he like instantly beat it the first time. He's like, people are saying this is hard. I don't get it.
Right? I mean, I want to believe, like living through like, oh, I could figure that out the first time, and I'm like, dude, I don't know.
Listen, with Portal Reloaded, I'm just like, no, if they stick me in a Groundhog Day loop, I'm just gonna fucking kill myself. Me splatting on the ground is gonna be the thing that breaks the loop, right?
Right.
Like,
Okay.
all right. All right. I thought it was a little slippery.
I intentionally didn't watch a lot of this because I wanted to hit the point where we equally just go, oh, bullshit. No, get off. Ah.
All right.
Welcome to the part of the game where they're like giving us like bad false hope and confidence.
Oh God.
Oh, I bet we can't touch these.
Oh yeah. All right.
1, 2,
Two,
3.
three.
Uh,
All right. One,
2,
two,
3.
three.
Let's go. Get wrecked.
1,
2.
2, 3.
You even CrossFit, bro?
Yeah.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Careful. Oh, Mario Brothers.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was like, what the?
No.
Oh,
Whoa.
careful. Yeah.
Yet. Yes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Whoop. With some echoes.
Right?
No.
All right. We're good. All right. We got a whole lot of nothing. It's the platform?
Careful.
It looks solid.
Nope.
Oh!
Coming back down. Nope. Carefully. All right. Looking down. Force perspective. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We know what that is now. Okay. I thought that was an elevator.
Well, I mean,
not an elevator. Okay.
It elevates.
All right.
All right. Well, let's do 3 and just run it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Come on. Oh.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's do that, but with more fucky.
Okay. When do you think we should jump?
I'll do a countdown. That's my guess. Just run straight onto it, though.
No jumps. Just
no
run.
jumps.
Okay. Got it.
I'm guessing here. We might have to go back and repeat this. All right.
It'd be amazing. This is as far as we got already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. 1, 2, 3. I'm going with you, buddy. Oh, we made it.
All right. Oh my God.
Speed run. All right.
Okay.
I'll take that.
The ground here looks kind of fucked up.
Look, it's a hellhole.
Okay. You know where you stand in a hellhole. Is it trapped? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the fucking traps.
Probably.
Where's the fucking spikes?
Why the fuck would you have a campfire in hell?
I don't know. Oh, a ladder.
All right, I know what to do with ladders. Is this just a jump down from for funsies? All right.
Yeah, it's a shortcut.
How do ladders work? Okay.
This way over here, I guess.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, it's to the right. All right, I think. Hang on. Let me see. Up, over. Oh, wait, how do we? All right, I have a theory.
I think all routes work. They just all suck.
We're gonna start left, and we're gonna hang a right there at the beginning to get over there. Just follow me if you want to fall.
Okay.
Just not inside me, so I can see the.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the camera. All right. So.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Hang on, let me make sure. I think. Wait. Oh, nope. That one. Okay, yeah, I think they're both. It's just levels of
Yeah, it's. I think they're both equally difficult. It's just like a false choice, right? Like. So you pick. I'm good with whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna go with this one.
All right. Wait. Now, who did you watch playing this?
Gassy Mexican.
Who is he playing with?
I don't know. I genuinely got like 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm gonna cut this off because I want to go through it myself. Okay. If I could rope you guys into playing it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I'm like, is it JP and Max? Because like, I could see them.
Oh, I almost fell off. Wait a minute.
No, we gotta go around.
We gotta go down to the right. So the right was the right way. It is the right. God damn it. All right.
Okay, you wanna head back from whence we came?
Oh, this is gonna be some bullshit. All right, I'm just gonna try to land straight on.
Yeah.
Wait, can I grab this? No. Whew. All right.
My hands are so sweaty. Mom spaghetti.
Okay. I think this is the right way. You know what I'm looking forward to?
Falling.
The blindfold run.
Oh god.
Somebody will do it.
Someone will do it in a reasonable amount of time, which is the bullshit thing. Yeah, because they're like, oh, we're going to stick a timer on you, and you're going to want to do it fast. Like, fuck, no. All right.
All right, we're almost... Yeah. We're this is the right way.
It wasn't catching. I'm waiting for the bones to shatter. Because I am an evil dungeon master. And this is the kind of bullshit that
Whoa, no. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
yes. Maybe. No? Oh no, did Jordan's internet just die? Oh no. Wait, hang on. Ah! Why? Why curse? Why curse? Jordan just exploded. Like he disappeared. We were so close. I'll see what happened to Jordan. I should probably. Just in case, like, Canada got wiped from existence. Brownout. Ah! But it's saved at a checkpoint. Just means we gotta go through that again. Oh, this is way easier with a keyboard and mouse. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you that I have, we're waiting on Jordan. This is why I have UPSs. Nearest safe location button in the pause menu. No, I just don't want to go through all this crap again. I get everything on multiple. I got 3 big honking UPSs in here, like big ones. Just to, in case of like brownouts or like, we got a couple of minutes of runway too. I can get everything shut down. I just never want to be in a situation where like, you know, the power blinks and like I have enough time to be like, yo, thing's about to go blam. Oh, that would be hard to do. I'm looking at it on the return video. Okay, so a shift run. Shift is run. I don't know how far I can get before Jordan comes back in. Like, I don't want to be beyond the checkpoint. And Jordan has to... Maybe Jordan has to get chained to me. You know what? Let's test it. Why not? Yeah. Let's sprint through this. Do we remember how we got here? Maybe?
that was some boo-boo fucking timing.
I mean, I'm trying to get us closer. Don't join in right now.
No, I won't. I won't get to pick my skin anymore.
No.
I'm glad it checkpoints you though. That is a kindness I did not expect this game to.
Okay, we got it in Babby mode though. In normal mode,
No checkpoints. Okay.
none. It is the you get to fall all the way to the bottom.
That is some poopy bullshit. Validating my game files. 78% of people got to the elevator.
Wow.
So there is what, 22%, almost a quarter of the people who bought this game didn't even fucking get so far as to actually get to the gameplay proper. Amazing.
You know what? I bet a lot of that percentage was them buying a bunch of copies. It's like, hey guys, come play with me. And they were like, nah.
That, you know what? That is a fair guess.
You know, like they just don't want to play it alone, so they're just waiting. All right, you're gonna let us just like let me cheat here? Can I just be like, boing? Don't fuck up. All right, now do you want to try to get in?
Yeah. I just gotta wait 65 million years for the game to start. Oh, what? You crash now? DirectX 11.
Well, they did say the DirectX 11 was superior crashing, right?
More better performance issues, right? Yeah. Okay. Now it doesn't like that, huh? What about DirectX 12? No, it doesn't like that either. Why? Why are you like this game? You were working fine before. What happens if I launch you normally? Okay, stuff is happening maybe?
All right, nice.
It's... no. Alright. Launch Steam from the command line.
And then it doesn't do it.
Right. You know why I can't... This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh, it was a controller last week.
It was?
Remember? You couldn't get it to... What we were playing last week, it wouldn't launch.
Oh, yeah.
Until you got off the controller. Then it launched.
Interesting. Maybe. Wait, what am I doing? No, I didn't want to fucking launch thing again. God damn it. I wanted to launch it from the terminal so that I can get that precious log output.
Yeah, that'd be nice from Valve. Like,
yeah, can you just like
grep error and give me that screen anytime?
Yeah, view just a view logs thing, right? Like
right.
That'd be, or like take a little box, launch this from terminal.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Okay.
No, but back on topic. The thing I'm worried about with Doctor Who is like the 2 to 5 years it might be until we get. They're already working on the second one, but who knows with the BBC when that will get aired.
Right. I read that as like this will be back for the Christmas special, but they did not say that at all.
Right.
So,
I mean, it's doing okay. It's maintained. All of the episodes have been in the top 20.
And like I like Nchuti. I think he's a good doctor.
He works if he would. Okay, they got to stop him from leaking though. I've already memed it in my head.
He's just crying a lot.
He's like, oh, is he going to cry in this scene? Or how many times? Is like that was my thing with this episode. Like, how many times is he going to cry? 4. But you lose your impact of being.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. That part doesn't bug me so much.
It doesn't bug me. It's just like it's memeable at this point. I'm like,
I guess. I don't.
Why you always crying, bro? Oh, time for a hug.
Yeah.
Hugging and crying.
All right, hugging and crying. I want to hug and cry. I want to hug someone until they cry. All right, join a game. Let me in now. Loading. There's like other levels to this shit too, isn't there?
This is all continuous.
Yeah.
Like in theory, you can fall from the top. Oh no! Oh, it was all for naught.
Oh really?
Oh well, they thought about that. My God.
That's fucking boo-boo as hell, man.
Better than the bottom.
That's true. This you don't have to do the trampolines again, or do you? Yeah. No trampolines.
Okay, I'm an old pro at this now.
All right, I follow your lead. My hands are dried.
You get your gamer chalk?
No. Unfortunately.
So now I'm gonna try to rush it and fuck up.
Right. Slow and steady, baby. I remember, yeah, we go this way now.
Alright, that one? Hang on, that one, that, yeah.
Really taking advantage of the janky UE5 physics.
Is this UE5?
Or it might be UE4.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely not Unity.
Performance is good.
Yeah. I guess it's a lot of just like static geometry, right?
Yeah, you gotta imagine that you gotta do some trickery though with the lower shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like where that just becomes an image. Alright. That's like one thing Trackmania cannot do is they had a contest with a map called Deep Dip 2, which you had to get all the way to the top, and it took people like a month to get through it.
Hmm.
They were trying it, and it's one of those.
Continuously, or
Yep.
like, oof.
There was no like you had to start from the beginning. All right, you got to stay off me. I can't see my feet. And this reminds me of that, but the thing about the Trackmania engine is it's not capable of like loading like some static assets at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So it had all the models and shit loaded because like
So it's keeping the entire fucking level.
right.
Come on. All right.
Am I booty
on.
wiggling? It was a little
power.
bit.
Hold up,
All right.
power. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm paranoid now. My house just explodes.
Okay. All right. Let's get lined up.
All right, how? I guess we got to go to that first rock over there.
Yep, that one up there next to the spinny motherfuckers. Then we're gonna
Spin to win, baby.
wait. How does this work? Oh, we got to be careful which one we.
I think yeah, because we just got to run and jump.
We got to get on the
together.
side of that bitch. And we're gonna have to walk around when it starts leveling out. So be aware of that.
Oh, we have to like actually climb it up. Oh, fuck yeah, to get up there.
All right, ready?
Yeah. No.
1, 2, 3. Ah. All right. So we're gonna have to rotate to the right. We're gonna land this easy, but as it's going up, we need to crawl over to the right side of the writing. You get what I'm saying? To stay level, then we're gonna have to come around again.
You mean the left side of the writing?
No, if you go to the left side from here, you fall off.
Okay.
You see how it's rotating?
Yeah. Okay. And you gotta go up the lip. Yeah.
Right. All right. Let's fuck this up. Let's go. In 3, 2, next one. Now.
Ah.
No!
I was a little late on the jump.
All right, how do I restart?
Load from checkpoint.
Highest unlock. Damn it!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I guess we could, hang on, is there a way to checkpoint? Save? Oh. All right. Damn it!
The part I hate the most about these types of games is they just, by design, do not respect your time. Like, at all. That is the sole purpose of this game. Is to waste.
Counts as a game loop.
I guess. It's not a very good one.
I mean, it's
You know, shit is a meal. It's not a very good meal.
I could bring up the argument. I think I would have an argument here. You could say the same thing about any game with permadeath.
I guess.
Start at the beginning again.
But those generally have pretty short levels, though.
I mean, and not something designed. I'm talking like old school. Like you get right up to the end of like Contra on the NES, and you get dead. That's it.
Well, I think part of that with like Contra and like Rogue and that hack and stuff is like the other thing too is that it is a competitive game, even though it is single player because you're competing for score, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is. So in that sense as well, it's more like death is the mechanism. It is trying to see how far you can go with the limited resources that you got.
But everything used to be permadeath. Like that was yeah.
And I think a lot of that was just part of like I don't know because like old D&D was very much permadeath. You rolled hit points at first level, and if you got smacked by a goblin, you fucking died. That was it.
That's it. You're out. You find somebody else to play with scrub.
No, you just roll a new character and keep going until you find a dude that survives.
Okay.
All right. So 3, 2, 1.
Did you grab it? Yes. All right.
All right. So we both kind of got to be up here.
We got to do this, and we got to start walking to the right.
Yeah.
Then we got to execute a jump up here. Or no, are we aiming for the? No, we just got to get to that fucking. We just got to run across. We're overthinking this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Like it's just a run and gun and jump.
All right, let's go. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Jump.
Yes. Done.
Oh, baby.
Max skill.
Hey. Well done.
Fuck yeah,
I am. I did.
Thanks, Santa. Told you we shouldn't have went to the North Pole.
We should have went to South America instead. The labor laws are way laxer over there. Okie dokie.
1
and
2, 3.
3. All right.
We're going up again. All right.
Hey.
Oh shit! Get down! Get down! Get down! Whew. You see the thing?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get up there. We got to be in sync, homie.
Yeah. I'm.
All right.
Let it go. Shing.
All right, now. No!
What?
Okay. That better be fucking true.
I do like the little meat slap fall.
All right. That's some luck point.
It does in fact cushion the blow just a little bit because instead of going you go like out.
All right, take 2
on this side.
All right, hang on. Orange smack that right there.
Let me smack it, girl.
All right.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. No. I don't know. Maybe. Oh! Still up.
Okay.
No, calm down.
Yeah. I'm too used to Borderlands where you can like double jump your way to success.
All right.
All right.
My controller is out of battery, so let me go grab 2 double A's real quick.
All right, I'm gonna dry my hands. Jesus Christ, it's fucking. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna open up Discord because I haven't seen what the fuck the messages are.
That battery's ready. I had that feeling.
I need to replace the UPS in this room. It's like an old
I
one.
was talking shit about it, like when you blink. Yeah, you want something to keep at least your PC alive for a second.
Well, I had that, but like I think the battery is toast.
The batteries are relatively cheap, and you can get them locally too.
Yeah, mine's an older model though, so I gotta find like one that has because they changed the battery format. But yeah, I'm sure
You should be able to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just gotta like look for it.
All right, we're back. 3, 2, 1. All right.
We must become one.
Oh yeah, we do. All right, I'm gonna bonk my head against this thing that's gonna be my strat.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it does. All right, go down, go down, go down, down. All right. Now. We got it. Nope.
We're safe.
Okay, hang on. And go. Yes.
Oh my god. Don't go breaking my heart. What's inside here?
Oh. A plate? Can I get on this? No.
No. Okay, this is just some fuck around room.
Come on, man. I gotta cut RTX on to get a hold of the rope. That's
environmental storytelling.
Like somebody camped out here?
Yeah, no, someone used to live here. This looks like a fucking apartment.
Oh, Wookiees. What were the little fucky Wookiees?
Ewoks.
Ewoks, yeah.
What pisses me off is they were supposed to be Wookiees.
Yeah.
They changed them for toy reasons. Oh boy.
Is there anything in here? Like a machine gun? Or hover boots?
Jetpack, yeah. Alright.
Let's go. In 3, 2, let's go. No!
I think we were both. Oh god!
Nailed it. All right.
Drop this. No. Reload that shit. Reload that shit. Run that back. Run that back. Okay. All right. Okay.
Excellent game design. All right.
All right. So middle.
All right. In 3, 2.
So I think on the back swing. Yeah.
All right. And jump. Oh. Nailed it.
All right.
We got this in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
The fucking screams.
We're probably gonna have to do. We're gonna do a jump, then let's immediately do another jump after that, because that bitch is gonna roll. I guarantee you.
That shit is gonna spin. All right, so jump and jump.
All right. In 3, 2,
1. Okay. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Got it.
Right.
Pro strats.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
There we go. As we do meat-based latency compensation.
I'm waiting for that bridge to snap. They're not going to do that. It's like, no, we're not going to do that to you. This shit's hard enough as it is. Oh, God. All right.
You know, this is not going to be bad. We can just walk on this bitch.
No, because there's those trippy things over there.
Oh, we're going to die there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and get the easy part over with.
Yeah.
All right, walk.
All right.
Get ready to jump. And jump.
Blah.
Jump.
Blah.
Yep. More jumps.
Oh,
And
my
landed.
God.
Done. Done.
Skills. Oh, it's Donkey Kong now.
Oh, fuck this.
I think this is going to be our last death. I don't want to have to redo all this shit.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
1.
Avenge me, have a night. Bonk.
We can do that. Where does it reload us to? Let's find
Yeah,
out.
I guess that depends, right?
Yeah.
Highest unlock point. All right.
Oh, all right,
I'll take some cracks at this.
Yeah. This is that's not hyper punishing. That's okay.
All right.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Got it.
Ooh, can
No,
you pull
damn it. All right. Hang on. That was me. All right.
No, that was also me.
Yeah, but I should have been able to turn around and pull you up. I got a little.
Go, NC.
Yep. Too much wiggle. All right. In 3,
3,
2, 1.
1. Okay. All right.
Do we have another? No. All right. We can skip that barrel, homie.
You think we can?
I got the feels we can, man. Have faith. Let's try it.
All right. It's been a long road. All right.
And remember the jump button. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God! You're right.
Speed hacks.
Oh my God! Oh, there's a ladder here. All right,
That is
so
my hatred of that barrel. Fuck that barrel.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Oh my God!
Why? How? What am I doing? No! Ah! Dude. Okay. I was just hanging out, dude.
I'm like, what's going on? And then I look down. You're just
No! Why did I fall down again? Stop. Am I stuck in the scenery?
I can't pull you anymore. Hold on. Can I?
Can you pull me up?
Nope. Can I? You're behind here. Can you? Can you get up?
Maybe. Hey, I got up. But damn it, I fell. All right, we're good. We're good.
No.
Hey, we did it.
All right, yeah.
Netcode,
right.
baby.
Yeah, buddy. This is like Linux hacksaw to the Maxor.
We've been through so much jankier shit than this.
Like this is a well-performing and well-running game compared to like
Yes.
pick a trine. Really. Oh jeez.
You know, this is not gonna be too bad.
That.
All right,
That.
jump.
That.
No,
Oh.
Like we said, we're old hats at this, old school. This is not even a challenge.
Okay. All right.
Fuck yeah.
I think. Okay. So the rooms are the save points.
Okay. How do we
Go.
want to approach? Nope.
No.
3, 2, go. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Oh no! Pull me up.
I'm hitting the button. What is the pull button on the keyboard? E for pull. Controls. Vines. Pull is E. Okay. Can I E? I'm hitting
Can
the letter
you
E.
like get me over to the side so it stands a chance?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Giving me pull. Are you able to pull?
I'm trying. I don't know if I'm good.
What is happening now?
All right. Wait. Did you? Ah! Can you pull?
I'm trying to get to. There's like specific points on the map where you can pull. So, but it's I'm trying, but it's not letting me.
All right. Big jumps.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
All Back to where we started.
There's a trampoline.
There's a trampoline, and then there's like, I guess we got like a long jump. Gotta do like a running jump.
I think we can just make this regular, no problem.
All right, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And then one bounce, and get to that fucking tightrope over there.
Yeah, I guess. All right. In 1, 2, 3. Okay, bounce, coming up. Careful grab. Got it.
We got
Had it. All right, give us that one. Damn it. All right, one more try. It is getting unreasonably hot in here. All right.
Old pros at that one now.
3, 2, 1. All right, nailed it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Can I grab it? Oh, don't try. Careful, land. Oh. What the?
Yeah, bing. Oh.
What?
Because the chain caught, and then I could get to the top, but then it wouldn't let me pull.
You want to try it one more time?
One more time.
All right. We can quit anytime we want.
Anytime, I swear.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if we get past this. Well, all right, one more time.
Well, yeah, that was just a practice.
Yeah, we were cocky.
Yeah.
Okay. And go. And jump.
Yes.
There we go.
And 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And in 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm going for the trampoline. All right. Whew. All right.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think our mistake was trying to go for the second trampoline.
Let's just do a little jump and bounce up and down and see if somebody can grab it.
Yeah. All right. So
3,
3, 2, 1.
1. Grabbed it. Oh. All right. I'm unsure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we tried it. We might come back when we got some more people.
Yeah. This is gonna be extra fucky with like 4. Oh my god.
So I'm gonna save and quit.
Yes.
So we have a save point here for future fuckiness. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, get up to something. You still got a Sunday left. There's time to recover from whatever you need to recover from. If not, you do you. And have a fun time with it. If you want to tune into this, we do it live. This is actually a Drive Time Morning Radio, secretly disguised as a Linux gaming podcast. So if you want to tune into that,
honk.
That's right, man. Kazoos, we need slide whistles.
I'm not responsible enough to own a slide whistle.
That's why we don't have a soundboard to this day, because I know better.
I could plug a tablet into my fucking interface and wire one in. I choose not to do this.
This is the true. So yeah, we do this 8:30 and on Twitch on Saturdays. Come check it out. And live at UNCUT. If you want to check this out, it'll be up. If you're a patron, it'll be up tomorrow. Or if you just want to wait a week, it'll be up for everybody. If you want that full experience, and of course the podcast itself, the not live and not uncut, nice, concise 1 hour rock block as a real
circumcised.
Yeah,
Linux Gamecast circumcised.
Snap, bitches. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody.
Toodles. Yeah, I wasn't. That game gets a little like, all right, no, this is doable. 100% doable.
I think that is,
Kind of threads that needle.